Welcome. Live, Truth Over Lies, Wednesday, brought to you by Cart Before the Horse Productions. How you feeling today, Mr. Walker?
Yes, sir. I am feeling freaking-tastic per usual. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, El Nug Nugs and Le Bonquishas. Welcome to Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies, in affiliation with the Bougie Negro Podcast, and also, as all you Negroes know, in association with Ain't No Fun Once the Rabbits Got the Gun Entertainment. What's going on with you this fine Wednesday?
Welcome in.
In the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
Welcome in, Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies, Single by Choice family. As y'all can see, we are simulcasting across all three channels to start the show, at least. So hit the like button as you come in.
That part there. Listen here. Come one, come all, no matter which channel you watching on. Come on in this fine November 5th, 2025. Me and Mr. X is very much still alive and feeling fine. Report to you, Jive Chickens, from Truth Over Lies. Not day market today, but guess what? We made it. Day 35, god dang it. Last day. All right, we did it. I'm proud of y'all. Like I said, I'm more proud of y'all for sticking around. We had to be here, otherwise we got fired.
That part. So, like he said, shout out to the whole Cart Before the Horse family for being here. 35 days. Here we are.
We did it. Nice 35-day challenge. I tell you what, and to pay homage and to keep this thing going, I am going to starting yesterday, today being the second consecutive day, I'm going to work out. I'm going to the gym every day for at least 35 days. Most likely just going to be a forever thing. So we'll see. See if I can get into peak shape. I got to live to be 120. I don't know why. It ain't really my, I think I got to be 120. So I can't be out here rickety.
There you go. So there you go. As one challenge ends, another one begins. But today, like we say, no matter which channel you're watching on, we're going to end up here at Truth Over Lies. So if you are on Single by Choices or Cart Before the Horse, make sure you head over and hit the subscribe button over here.
There you go. Yeah, make sure you are subscribed to all channels. And as Mr. X said, we're gonna shut down the other two channels before we end the show. Make sure you are subscribed and a member to our latest channel, Truth Over Lies. Shout out to Cart Before the Horse and SBC Nation making this a thing. We appreciate y'all.
So there you go. Was a long 35 days. We asked a question in one of the chats, how many of y'all been here for every show? Not many. There's been a couple of y'all, though. There's definitely been a lot, but not many can say I've seen all 35 shows.
I know. I want to say, based on her always being in the Patreon shows, Sister Ebony Dean probably seen all of them. Maybe even, I don't know about Raquel. I know she had like some work things, but she was present. I want to say maybe Mrs. Raquel. Yeah, maybe even Rose. Yeah, that's the thing. And Mona Go. Yeah, see, I'm reaching, I'm reaching in the back. Yeah, to the Ghost Watchers. Maybe Rose and Mona Go. Shout out Monique. I see Monique popped up today. Monique, you seen every episode? Monique mad at us.
So there you go. I'm sure there's been some of y'all, but if not, go back and catch it. All right. If you missed any episodes, they are up, whether it's on the Patreon, Single by Choices, Truth Over Lies. Catch all the replays. It's been epic.
There you go. I see y'all. See, my bad, Olawa. Yeah, what was I thinking? Shout out Sister Olawa for show. There you go. Appreciate you, Dee. There you go. Miss C. Bogan. All right. See, Ride or Dies.
There you go. Definitely was challenging, but it took us to new heights and let us know what we are capable of. So even if we never do something like this again, we know what we are capable of, and it's going to build the channels up for sure. This was a lot of growth and learned a lot along this journey.
For sure. Yeah. Learn. My thing is, it's kind of like an involuntary response, but when you squeeze folks, you apply pressure. Some folks break and others focus. And that's me. Yeah. Last football made me do that. Like I just, when the pressure is on, like, Miss X just threw this 35-day challenge. Just focus. You either gonna do it or you don't. I like that little crack baby aspect of me. I gotta do it. I ain't got no other choice.
And there you go. We just threw it together last minute. Shout out to the young brother I Show Speed. He did his 35-day challenge, but there was a lot of preparation, millions of dollars behind it. All right. And producers and all that. It was well thought out. But we caught him on the tail end and said, man, that's interesting. And we just on the whim. No production. Didn't think it through. Just was winging it. And here we are.
Ooh, just like our whole life, winging it, baby. Winging it with focus, though. Winging it with a purpose. But yeah, definitely winging it. That's how I like it. Keep it. That helps soothe my ADHD. Just keep me always on my toes. I don't get bored.
That part. So been a wild journey. Shout out to the whole SBC Nation. Shout out to Sister Raquel. We see you in the chat. She says she done doubled up her numbers. Shout out to Raquel.
There you go. We see your sister. Raquel said, I'm not just watching, I'm learning.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! And shout out to Frederick Howard, gifted a membership.
Always coming through, always first. Appreciate you, brother.
I've been
Money.
And shout out to Olawa. Come through. She says, with a 10 ball, day 35 of 35, straight live, we moving, man.
Shout out to one of our newest members, but our most active moderator. Shout out to Sister Olawa. Blessings to you, sister. Thank you.
Oh my!
Appreciate you. And Project Leroy, 35 days later, we need a KG wig update.
Ooh, stand by, Project Leroy. Stand by.
And Tribe Life, Brother 10, he says, much love and gratitude to all y'all for completing your goals.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the Tribe Life for joining us on the panels, man.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we will be dropping the link here a little later. We're going to get cooking up. Like I said, depending on which channel you're watching on, you're going to want to head over to Truth Over Lies. That's where we're going to be at.
Here we go.
And shout out to Dee says, day 35, we made it, man.
We made it, man. Yes, sir.
Straight like that, straight.
And Frederick Howard says, I gave 35 plus memberships during this challenge.
Shout out to brother Frederick. Yes, you did. Appreciate you, man. That's dope.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And there should have been 35 thank yous as well.
And 35 renewals once your no cost month is up. Appreciate you, brother Frederick.
That part. Shout out to brother Akil, come through at 35 in the Cash App. He says $35 for 35 days. SBC Nation, we moving, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate all y'all coming through. Brother Akil sponsoring the show.
For sure.
Where we at here?
This Bentley that I park in the church is not just for me. It's for the church. It's for us.
Can we drive it?
No, God wouldn't want that in Jesus' name.
Amen, Pastor. Amen.
This Bentley that I park in the church is not just for me. It's for the church. It's for us.
I just learned that what those preachers are called. They call them diamond chain pastors, diamond chain preachers, because they wear diamond chains in the pulpit.
Which is wicked. Blood diamond.
In the pulpit.
Nonetheless, here we are. Shout out to Brother Trey. He says we are live on all channels, which is unique, along with the challenge. Like you said, I know there are some people who may live stream daily. I don't really know anybody, especially for, not take a day off for 35 straight. But I'm sure there's probably some out there. I'm sure y'all can name, but man, For us, I don't know. For us to be family men, it's compounded. There you go. If I was a single man, hell, I would live stream every day, nonstop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a fact.
But for a man with family, a wife, and kids, man, that's rough. Shout out to anybody who streams every day with that dynamic.
There you go. Yeah, shout out to my amazing wife, man. She been holding it down since college. Ain't nothing new. It's expected. Shout out to her though, man. Yeah, make it flawless. But you know what? Kind of developed this a habit, right? 35 days. How long does it take to develop a new habit? It's wild. Cause I'm like, my mind already there. That's why I said, shoot. That's why I just started going to the gym every day. I said, now I gotta just keep this momentum going. But yeah, salute to y'all, man, for all y'all encouragement, being here, rocking with us for sure, man. It was dope. 35 days. Sheesh.
We made it. We made it. So that's all. That's all right. We got a crazy show lined up. Nonetheless, we're gonna be here tonight. Like I said, shout out to Sister Raquel. I know she's going live at 9. So we're gonna transition over to her once we done cooking. But we're gonna do a great show.
There we go. Shout out to all the rose thorns and rosebuds. There we go. I like that. I like transition over to Sister Mrs. Raquel.
And also,
I've been working my tail off. I've been working doubles. I'm getting that bread. I'm getting that check. I have me a car in the next 2 weeks. And will. Sure will. And then after that, my house. I'm a hustler. You hear me? I ain't gotta go dig. I ain't this broke person that everybody keeps talking about. I go get it. I ain't lazy. I take care of my kids.
shout out to Brother Kareem. Come through with the 100 ball. Says, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate the hard work.
Appreciate you, Brother Kareem. Thank you. You even made the Braka happy, lying and all. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Salute to all the cart before the horse nation, the most supportive, most egregious ninjas on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. That's what I gotta. That's what y'all are. Cart before the truth over lies. SVC. That's all cart before the horse nation. I ain't gonna keep saying all three.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate you, Brother Kareem, sponsor of the show, brother.
For sure, man.
And shout out to Jeanette, became a member.
Appreciate your sister Jeanette. Stick around, sister.
I'm not sure if this is a thing or because sometimes they'll double up, but maybe you became a member on 2 channels.
There we go. We appreciate you, sister. Yeah, I look like she did. There we go. Thank you, sister.
Okay.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
There we go. So listen, we're about to cook up. So like we told y'all, if you are watching on the Single by Choice Cart Before the Horse channel, just come on over to Truth Over Lies, which most of y'all are, the majority. It's about half. We got over 160 people watching. So come on over.
There we go. Yeah, 123 Truth Over Lies, 24 Single by Choices, 15 caught before the host. There we go. Tell you what, before we go, shout out to G-Nail. I like the challenges. She said she lost 21 pounds in 35 days. We see you. Our wig wearing sister. Salute to you, man. 21 pounds. Now keep it off. Don't gain it back. That's a good amount of weight to be losing. Like, sound like you starved yourself a little bit. Don't put it back on. God dang it.
There you go. Shout out to G-Nail.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
That's a lot of weight. This thing that's almost close to a pound a day. You ain't on that Ozempic as you go. That's a lot of weight.
Like movie, huh?
Yeah. I can't trust y'all ain't to be trusted nowadays.
Shout out to G-Nail. And shout out to Brother Leon. Gifted a membership to Truth Over Lies.
Appreciate your brother Turner.
So here we go. Like I said, we're going to shut the streams down over on the other 2 channels. So if you watch it over there and the replay will be up, but you won't be here live anymore.
There you go. And yeah, I don't think y'all like our replays. Y'all like our live. So come over Truth Over Lies.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Anybody get any word? Well, it's day 5 of the food stamp madness. Like, any words? I done seen a couple videos. The fallout is happening. So yeah, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all, it's turmoil outside. It just started raining for no reason. Listen here, Bonquisha realized she's supposed to get her food stamps yesterday. Today, she got questions with no answers, and it's too early. She's still too good for the food banks. Y'all better stay frosty. Don't go to sleep.
That part. So I'm trying to figure this out. Trying to get these shut down, make sure I'm in the whole stream.
Oh, you're trying to see how to do them separately. Okay. But yeah, that's all I was doing this morning and last night. Last night, I seen a couple folks talking about the EBT, and then this morning I've been checking. But yeah, that's where my eyes and ears are. I want to know what's going on that front. No, you ain't. Paper food stamps. Y'all don't know nothing about no paper food stamps, man. Y'all, you are not a hood legend if you ain't never had that Monopoly money. I don't know who on the panel actually called it that. I don't know if it was brother 10. Somebody called it that. That's funny. The 20s was green. Those are the ones when you had your roll. This is ignorant. When you had your roll of money, your roll of food stamps, you wanted the 20s on the outside because they was green and they could almost look like real money, but not really.
There we go. We're working on this. So we shut them down slowly but surely. Head over to Truth Over Lies, people.
Here we go. Yeah, that was the only thing you was gonna have was paper food stamps back in the day. And the books, I forget, like, you actually couldn't for a while. I think you had to have ID to use the food stamp. You had to have a book. There you go. I'm thinking about the way that the SNAP program just morphed into the madness it is today. When they first came out, they came out with the books that had your address and stuff on there, and you could not spend it if they didn't see you tear it out the book. Yeah, y'all gonna get some hood education today. You could not spend it unless you tore it out the book. And then it got to a point where you didn't need ID. They just had to see you tear it out the book. Then it got to a point where, our age of greatness, the food stamp kids, where we had a Cincinnati knot of food stamps and maybe some ones or twos if you did enough begging and yard work for that day. Y'all know nothing about that. That's when it got bad. Whenever anybody could go spend the food stamps, that's when they started getting sold. Yeah. See, this was all planned. Like, y'all didn't. I watched that breakdown. That's crazy. When it first started, it was so official. You had to have ID and they had to watch you tear it. If you showed up to the store, I remember if you showed up to the store with $100 worth of food stamps, all paper, and they was already out the book, turn you away. Mm-hmm.
Y'all welcome. That was your food stamp education.
Yeah, heck shit. See, now I go to class on that.
And shout out to TJ, the RBN. He says, I'm at the grocery store right now, and there's very few people here. No lines. I'm happy.
It's here. D-Day is upon us.
So here we go. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. We diving right into the EBT madness. As you see in the thumbnail, we accept EBT over here.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all got them.
So I guess the federal judges ordered Trump administration to use the emergency funds to be able to cover, well, at least partially, food stamps. So I don't know what this means for everybody, but I think it's a real conversation because that means that people might be able to use their food stamps to handle Thanksgiving. So this is, I think, is a big conversation, and I think it's a very important conversation.
No, you know what's a very important conversation? Let's stop celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas. I keep saying it. She said the first thing came to her mind, when you get your partial payment, you can celebrate Thanksgiving. No, how about you can just feed the kids and make it through the month?
This is our rebellion. Me and Miss X been on this time. Down with these holidays. Seriously, they serve us no good. We grew up in the era of our moms, gams, and them stressing themselves out, trying to meet the holiday quota for gifts and bull jive. Stop it. Can it stop now? It's no need.
That needs to be had, because you know what this means, guys. Y'all gonna be able to cover your food support, cover your food stamps, be able to pay to eat this holiday season. So I don't know if he really gonna do it because it's partial, and I don't know, it was an order, but we all know Trump does what he wants to do. So I don't know what is gonna come of this, but I thought it'd be really dope to share it with you, that steps have been taken by the judges and Congress and different things to make sure that people get food stamps, get food support, and that, you know, their food stamps are not cut off, you know. And as much as people try to make it seem like, oh, it's a lot of Black and brown people on food stamps, is getting food support, that's actually not true. It's far more Caucasian people and other minorities that are receiving food stamps, because they try to make it seem like a food stamp issue is a Black issue, when you really look into it, there's far more white people in these different areas, rural areas, that are receiving food support, and they try to make it seem like it's a Black thing. Like, Black people have not been looked after by the government, have not been supported by the government, have not been, you know, a lot of resources have not been created for Black and brown people, and we make it happen. You know, we figure out how to do it. We get together, join together, love on each other, support each other.
All right, sister, slow down. Like I said, two things is true. Ain't nobody gonna starve. All right, we are on, obviously white folks are on there. I see they've been coming in the comments everywhere. I get it. The per capita discussion is that's on the forefront. I mean, there's two things are true. We need not even worry about that. Let's just do better. Like, quit focusing on that, because y'all get distracted. Like, y'all really do. Every
time y'all have this conversation about which race needs the food stamps the most, y'all put a crooked politician's kid through private school. I tell you that right now, because it's the most ignorant conversation. My goodness, y'all on it more. Y'all on it. Who gives a rat's patootie? What does it matter? What does it have to do with the price of crack in Crenshaw? Okay, let's say it's y'all. Let's say it's us. Now what? Like, it's so wild. Yeah, it's just a distraction. Like, on the topic, I guess Black and white folks just agree to disagree, huh? Y'all on it more. Well, y'all per capita, and two things can be true, as Mr. X says. Yeah,
and like I said, though, I mean, that argument can go deeper, like you say, depending on what side you on, right? So I'm gonna let it go for a minute. I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point.
Each other, work hard, you know, income, like, get good jobs to cover these different things. So it's not, oh, this is a Black issue, because that has been proven to be false, and that there are more Caucasian people and white people that are receiving benefits. So you guys are hurting your base. Although y'all try to make it seem like it is a Black issue, y'all are quick learning that it's not at all. But either way, I was going to be covered because I have a social work degree, and either way I was going to be okay. But I'm just saying.
Let's go, Propel. So Propel is working with some company called Give Directly. They have this gift card that they're giving SNAP beneficiaries. You simply fill out your first name, last name, email, and date of birth, and I guess proving you're head of household for the recipient of that SNAP household, eligible household. And in maybe less than 15 minutes, they're gonna send you a virtual grocery card for $50. You can opt for the card to be sent in the mail in 2 to 3 weeks, or
Okay, shout out to Propel. So they say Give Directly, Propel, is partnering with Give Card and Propel to provide a one-time payment of $50 cash assistance to SNAP participants. Give Card will power your payout. Who's benefiting from this? This must be lies. Misinformation is ruining the nation. We talked about it. What is this? I'm about to go fill one now. What the hell is this?
Don't do it. It's predatory. Do not. Yeah, we gonna send you $50 gift card. Don't even trip. All we need is your social, date of birth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. This is getting so dark. And she up here just gonna start saying this. I wouldn't do it. Here's the thing. I don't care how you cut. I don't give a damn if you do get $50. Somebody is getting rich off of this. There is no organization called Give Card that's like, you know what? Let's just start giving away bread. No. So if anything, some organization, some nonprofit got some funding, millions of funding at best, and let's say they got 50 million. All right, they only gonna disperse about 10 million to y'all. All right, and then they gonna go on vacation for the rest of the year. Yeah,
Free bread.
At best.
Listen,
at best.
Free bread, people.
Ain't no such thing. Shan't ever be such a thing as free bread. Not on U.S. soil. Last time a folk tried to act like there was free bread, it was us, the true natives. Mansa Musa. Yeah, keep trying to act like bread free. The U.S. got lead for you when you do that.
And I guess proving your head of household for the recipient of that SNAP grocery card for $50. You can opt for the card to be sent in the mail in 2 to 3 weeks, or the gift card in 1 to 2 days. But it actually took a few minutes to be sent to my email. Mind you, when you open your Propel account, they already merge with your card information. So it's a pretty seamless process for those who are already getting SNAP.
Seamless. Simple. It is seamless, simple, and easy. It's so easy a caveman can do it. $50. Bonquisha. All you got to do is give them all your personal information, social, bank information. They're going to transition it seamlessly, put that money in your account expeditiously. Right? Yeah, it's going to be seamlessly and expeditiously in your account.
I got to go on the website. All right, Propel. I'm looking it up. All right, hold up now. We got proper representation. Yeah, okay, Propel. This is a new development. I'm hype. Support SNAP families during the shutdown. Okay. This is diabolical. Oh my gosh.
I told you, I've been trying to tell y'all.
This is diabolical. This is not good. This ain't good. And they keep talking about you can have the money deposited on your card or have it sent to you in 2 to 3 weeks. Bonquisha hungry yesterday. You talking about weeks. I told y'all, I don't wish this to be true, but it only take 2 weeks for humans to start looking at other humans as cuisine. You understand what I'm talking about? So 2 to 3 weeks, you pushing it. That's what I'm saying.
Use it wisely.
Food stamp SNAP update. Great news. If you are in Nevada, they are now releasing food stamps. For now, it is only partial, but something is definitely better than nothing. And ladies, you get to feed yourself and those kids. As of now, that is the only state I have updates on, but please comment your state below and I will give you information. I will be updating you guys all day. Be blessed. Love you guys so much. Bye. Good morning. So as far as Georgia goes, 2 federal court judges did rule that Georgia should get 50% of their normal SNAP benefits. However, President Trump is saying no, and he's not following that order. So for now, everything is up in the air. I don't know if they're going to hold Trump in contempt of court, which is normal, if they're going to let him get away with this.
So Georgia, no. He said Nevada, this could be misinformation ruling the nation. Don't know. This is Bonquisha News Network. She says, Nevada, you're getting your stamps. Somebody confirm this.
Y'all got to stop that. We talked about this last night. God dang, misinformation ruling the nation. Mr. X, so God dang it. Idiocracy is upon us. Look at it. Like everybody just loud and wrong. This is it's taking my thoughts away, man. But they keep saying 50% again. That's a maybe and up to. You gotta add all these words when you say this stuff. What did I say earlier this year? This is the year we need to bring back context, because y'all take everything out of context. Like some of y'all states may qualify for up to 50%, maybe in 2 to 3 months. That's as best they got, and that ain't saying nothing. Shoot.
If they're going to fight again, I'm not really sure. But if you are in Georgia, make sure you follow to stay updated. Comment your city that you're in below, and I will help you find as many resources as possible. Sometime in the month of November, I'm just not sure yet. I will be in Atlanta, Georgia, personally delivering groceries, but I do not have a date for that yet. I love you guys so much. Be blessed. Bye.
So for those of y'all who were speculating about him waiting to the last minute, 2 federal judges, they blocked Donald Trump from being able to stop the SNAP benefits from depositing tomorrow. What does that mean? That means that we get our stamps, y'all. The stamps is coming through. You understand me? The stamps is coming through. 2 federal judges, they blocked him from being able to ensure that 40-something million Americans cannot get those SNAP benefits. They blocked them. In addition to that, the Republican Party has been siding more with in Senate. They've been siding more with the Democrats rather than him. He's been having a lot of issues with his own party turning on him when it comes to certain issues that have been arising.
Look at Bonquisha. She up here. The stamps are coming, man.
I'm wishing on the stars.
Wishing. You wish? We hope. I would say over here, I've been saying it since day one. I hope y'all get them. So that's where I've been.
I am very big on considering the source. I shan't believe anything she's saying, but I done heard what T Money done said. I done heard what other reliable sources done said. I done heard what Mrs. Raquel done said. Folks that have some direct contact with government. Yeah. And no, it's over. It's not back. It's not back. Wait, ain't nobody got them. I told you, but Bonquisha currently crashing out quietly. Don't nobody want to be the first. See, this is pride, Mr. X. Y'all don't know what's going on. Nobody wants to be the first person to scream. Y'all understand that? Like, Bonquisha sitting in the house and they panicking, but nobody wants to be the first one to run outside and say, we're doomed. But it's gonna happen. Keep playing with it.
And certain bills that need to be passed. So in a lot of cases over the past 24 to 48 hours, we have seen twice where they have switched sides and gone towards the Democrats rather than the Republicans. Now, y'all remember, the food scarcity and everything that's going on with the SNAP benefits was always intended to be used as a token, if you will, to try and pressure the Democrats into folding. But it ended up backfiring on Donald Trump and MAGA in the Republican Party, because the Democrats held out. The Democrats held out and said, no. So it looks like it is backfiring on the entire Republican Party. I'm not sure what else is going to be overturned, but I know for certain that if you are among the Americans that are expecting some SNAP benefits on the 1st, they had this plan for a minute, because there was a few states that reached out to me and sent me screenshots of their expected payments. Okay. Arizona has just now joined in 2 days ago. So if you live in the state of Arizona, expect yours.
They just be talking. Bonquisha just be talking. This stuff is above you, Bonquisha. Y'all be thinking y'all got all the answers. She started off by saying, we getting our SNAP, is coming. Rejoice. You better quit lying to people.
This make us look so stupid. Like, come on, man. The other side get to see this content too. And they sitting there and they're like, everything she's saying is absolutely fake news. The food stamps ain't back. She talking about she was sent screenshots from other states. Produce them. And who? She act like organizations like, hey, Bonquisha News, here we see you reporting on this. Here's the files, here's the paperwork, here's the documents. Here, so you can do your journalism. Your cousin sent you something. You got a cousin that's technically homeless, waiting on those Section 8, and they got some kind of wild, super duper emergency FEMA benefits, and they sent you that. You know, some type of, you know, one-off type deal at best.
And shout out to TJ. He says, I had a guy when I was younger who fixed my bike and I paid him with food stamps. No cap.
Yeah, that was ignorant, but okay. God damn.
Honey B, leg and core day with my trainer just left. Hey.
There we go. Shout out to Sister Honey B. Bless her sister. Keep working. There we go.
And brother TJ come back with the fireball. T Money said he don't care what district federal judge said. He's not releasing a damn thing.
Yeah. But Huisha said he is. So now what?
Shout out to Brother Tall. Come through sponsoring the show once again with $35 in the Cash App. He says $35 for 35 days. I'm tired of seeing you mother effers.
We made it, Ninja. We made it, Unc. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Unc.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Uncle Tall come through almost every day on the back end. Every day sponsoring the show. That's too dope.
For sure, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome, man.
Now is what are you going to do with all this money?
I'm going to reinvest my money into the community.
Oh, that's a very nice gesture. What were you saying?
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
To be on time, but a little bit later in the day, possibly even 24 hours later than it normally would come, only because obviously they were among the later to join in on the lawsuit. It was more than 40 states that all signed up to sue Donald Trump and the entire Trump administration. Folks, this is the kind of unity we have been begging for, that we have been asking them to do, that we expected them to have from the jump, and we're finally getting it. So I wanted to let y'all know, expect them stamps, bitch! They coming in!
Can you help clear up some confusion about SNAP benefits? Because the president just posted that they will only be given out when the radical left Democrats open the government and not before. But just yesterday, the administration said it would comply with a court order to expend the full amount of SNAP contingency funds by end of business day yesterday. So did the administration distribute that money or defy that court order?
No, the administration is fully complying with the court order. I just spoke to the president about it. The recipients of these SNAP benefits need to understand it's going to take some time to receive this money because the Democrats have forced the administration into a very untenable position. We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post. So the Department of Agriculture, as for the latest SNAP payment in the judge's order, put out guidance to states today on how to get that money to the recipients of SNAP, but it's going to take some time. The best way to get the full amount of SNAP benefits to those beneficiaries is for Democrats to reopen the government.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Long story short, you ain't getting a dime until we reopen. And y'all see Trump's latest post. All right. He says SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, many folds during Crooked Joe's disastrous term in office, due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to just those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open the government, which they can easily do, and not before. Thank you for your attention on this matter, yo President Donnie J. Trisnump.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Oh my goodness. This is just cold Viking gangster behavior. T Money, I can see T Money at the table with the Democrats. He's like, here we go. He said, we about to shut this government down. He said, he's like, that's what I want. He said, you ain't even got to read it. Until you sign it, until you sign it, yo lovely black folks gonna starve. You know, per capita, y'all make up the most on food stamps. He talked bad to him. You know he did. He don't care. Raging narcissist. And oh my goodness. And they like, we won't do it. Them terms. I want to know what they won't sign and why he is actually, to some degree, holding, folks up like, like, hey, till you sign, watch them go hungry. Watch them go hungry. This is intense. There's some wild stuff on that paperwork. Show us, why won't the Democratic Party say, hey, this is what T-Money trying to get us to sign? You see what I'm saying? They're like, whoa, that's crazy. Let the people know we are the people. Huh? Shouldn't we be in the know? What's going on? Why are we about to go hungry?
So here we go. Like you said, there's many people. We had Uncle Bernie up here. We seen the video we covered with him. He said, oh, he talked about people going to lose health insurance, millions. That's what they talking about. They don't want to do it. Trump going to jack up. That's what people are saying. We don't got the answers, but then the people on the other side are saying, the T-Money and them saying the Democrats want to give free health care to immigrants and stuff and give SNAP. So that's where their gripe is. So it's a lot going on. So we'll see.
Oh boy. Yeah, it would. See, I don't understand. Why won't these parties let us know, like, hey, this is, I don't know. Now here's the thing. I don't watch news. So they could show y'all. But are they like, this is what's on the table? This is what we don't agree with? Do the parties communicate with y'all? Y'all know we political atheists. We're up here trying to learn from y'all and from the news, which seems to be a lost cause.
I guess to turn illegal immigrants, to be more specific. So, well, who knows? There's, like you say, the Democrats, they need to let people know if there's more in there than just that. Are we talking about what's going on? Let people know more. If you want somebody on your side, you need to be transparent.
There you go. And yeah, why won't y'all sign? There you go, Democrats. Y'all say y'all love y'all people. Come on, we're all my vote blue, no matter who folks at. Where y'all at? They love y'all so much, but they about to watch y'all go hungry over what? Huh? Y'all ain't asking the right questions, HQ.
That part. So here we go.
Anyone who is a SNAP beneficiary at home who needs that assistance, and the president was just saying, this is for people who are truly needy, who need food, who need this assistance from the United States government. Democrats are holding it up and making it difficult for the administration to get those payments out the door. So if you are at home and you want your SNAP benefits, call the Democrats and tell them to reopen the government.
Blocking that contingency fund for the future if this shutdown lingers on?
Look, the president does not want to have to continue to dip into a contingency fund that doesn't even have enough money, by the way, to fund the full program. It takes $9 billion to get the full scale of the benefits out the door. This contingency fund only has about
only $5 billion a month. And they don't even have enough money to fund the program for 1 month. That's intense.
So the only way this money comes back in its new form, the EBT SNAP program is forever altered if it comes back. And we are hoping that it does come back. So know that.
So it's going, like you say, it's going to come back at a deficit. So whatever they got in this new budget, it ain't going to be what it was. It's going to be sliced. So people still going to get SNAP, but it's going to be decreased and it's going to be time limits on the program.
Y'all still going to get forced back to work. The folks, and when I say y'all, we talking about, shout the beans, I guess that small percentage that truly 100% abuse the program. They trying to force y'all back to work. All y'all that's doing the Dougie and the frozen food aisle. Yeah. So like I say, even when it comes back, and it's only coming back once the Democrats sign. Trump said he signed it. See what else? He said, I signed it. You ask the Democrats, why won't they sign? Y'all, this is so bad. So the Democrats decide how long folks don't get these. That's done. Trump signed. They decide how long y'all don't get them. And then even when y'all do get them, it's going to be a fraction of what it once was. My gosh.
$5 billion in it. So again, Democrats need to reopen the government so we can get these benefits out the door for people who truly need them.
Look at this food bank here. It says they've been standing in line for 3 to 5 hours in line. Food bank, food stamps don't come. I thought it was black people only. Talking about big sign in the back talking about Jesus saves. What the hell? That's intense.
Shout out to the crusade.
Man, here we are. So long line of folks. It's gonna get wonky.
See, again, this stupid argument. I thought it was black folks. No, we acknowledge what you are showing here. Us, the white folks, the only ones. Shout to other than people like Jay Prince, like they don't mind standing in that line. They ain't too proud to beg. Us melanated folks, we are. Y'all know y'all are. Y'all don't take hand-me-down clothes, no matter how clean they are. Y'all know that. Y'all wild like that, man. I take hand-me-downs. Y'all tripping. Like, this is why, yeah. This don't mean nothing. Again, stupid argument. I thought it was black folks. It is. About to be a whole bunch of little black hungry babies. Now, do y'all care?
It's unfortunate. And shout out to Rachel. Rachel says, CNBC reported T-Money is not paying SNAP benefits until the Gov opens. I dropped the link in the chat.
Shout out to the sister Rachel. We know it, sister.
Man.
Yeah, get that money. Money. Gotta get that money. Oh, money. And I'm going to get it. And it won't stop, and it don't stop, and it won't stop. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to Mr. Incredible. Come through with the 50 ball. Says you Job Ninjas. Salute to you Job Ninjas on completing the 35-day challenge. I got a lot to catch up on. Keep up the good work.
Will do, sir. Appreciate your support doing the challenge, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
This Bentley that I park in the church is not just for me. It's for the church. It's for us.
Can we drive it?
No. God wouldn't want that in Jesus' name.
Amen, Pastor. Amen.
This Bentley that I park in the church is not just for me. It's for the church. It's for us.
It's for us.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Boom, shakalaka.
And shout out.
Money.
Shout out to brother Major Drama, gifting 5 memberships.
Appreciate your brother Drama. Everybody that get one of the memberships, y'all make sure y'all thank them as well.
And shout out to BT, says Trump basically said no EBT if you don't bow to me.
Pretty much.
God, unfortunate. Yeah. Shout out to Baba T. Baba T dropped the 20 ball in the cash out. He says, where's the link, ninjas? It's coming. Hold on.
Oh, God dang. I'm y'all already get fired up. Baba T. Y'all on one. Okay.
God. There we go. So, like you say, this line here, it says, thought it was only white folks. But then we got Bonquisha. Huh.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can.
Desperate.
Is this AI? Y'all know I'm jaded anymore. What the hell is this? Is this real?
Wow. 50-50. Because let me explain my answer. I said, it could be something, could be nothing. Because it seems extreme, right? So I'm saying it could be AI because wow. Like I would imagine, like she giving it to the Lord. She's like, it's over. We hungry. Like it's over. She like until
you just hit on this. You said don't nobody want to be the first one to panic or
Yeah, and that's why, I know Bonquisha's proud, but look, she done gave it to the Lord. She's like, I can't hold this screaming no longer. We hungry. Like, she's like, I don't know what to do. Kuda, can you see her? She's like, Kuda kind of ain't selling. Oh, somebody help me, please.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go, Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves. Some still in shock.
You heard things before, but it's like, they're not gonna let people starve. That's ridiculous, but it's like.
Hold on.
This is real.
Listen, we are caught in this dystopian world right now where reality and, madness is all blurred. I thought it was fake. Now I'm not so sure.
So it's over. There's a point of no return, and I'm so frustrated. It was 10 miles that back there. We passed it. We didn't even know it. Y'all, oh, AI coming. Now look, AI. Suckers still waiting on AI to arrive, and AI done went and ghost on us. AI like, I'm here, but you don't even know now. F being here. I know it done went straight incognito, straight up ghost recon style. I don't know. If you sitting here, some fear factor type ish, and they're gonna drop you into a river full of crocodiles. Your answer is this AI or no? See, it ain't so easy to answer. It ain't so easy. You can't bet your life on whether this is AI or not. We're done. It's over. It's over.
But it's like, no, that's literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open, because if they don't stay open, I really don't know what we're going to do next.
We asked people their reaction to hearing that the Trump administration.
And shout out to the food pantries. Says the Trump administration agrees to partially fund SNAP. If you missed the Single by Choice show last night, late in the show, shout out to JP. He was in the food pantry. It was a little wonky and wicked, but we all learned something. And there is food. You will not starve.
Y'all just gotta swallow y'all pride and go to these food pantries. Why supplies last? This is coddling. Trump administration agrees to partially fund SNAP program. No context. Not saying when the money coming. None of that. Folks are running. This is stockpiles again. Shout out where the church is at. Open y'all storehouses. Ain't that what they say when they take the offering? Put stuff in my house, so there may be stuff in my house, the storehouse. I forget how to say it go, but it's time to open said storehouses like these food pantries are. But this is coddling. Like they petting y'all on the head while y'all slowly allow reality to set in. Y'all don't understand. It's gonna happen. They don't want to shock y'all system. They know better. They like just ease it on them. And then, like I said, then they're going to say, I don't know, January, February, they're going to say, it's back. SNAP is back. And then y'all going to rejoice again just to find out it's a fraction and some of y'all won't be eligible. They just going to lull y'all to sleep.
Administration will partially fund the SNAP program. People say it's not going to do much. They have families to feed and already struggled at the end of every month when they were receiving the full amount.
Wow, not enough. At least there's something to hold on, but I think everybody's going to have to get a second job.
It doesn't really last a whole month, probably.
And that's another thing. I saw a woman on Facebook recently. She was talking. She said, yeah, I get the EBT. She up there brag, one of these braggadocious women. Winter is now. One of these women always on there with the selfies. Now she was like, yeah, I didn't get my 300 this month. He said, it normally ain't enough anyways. She says, I always got to put a little bit extra with it anyways, a little 200 or something. She said, but having to spend that whole 500, she said, I ain't gonna lie, that was a hurt piece. She said, I had to spend the whole 5. A day later, she was on Facebook working and showing butt pics. I said, it won't be long. He just came up off that 500. She hurting. Only thing left is Kuda Kata.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Stop playing with it. This has got to be one of the most trending conversations in every gynocratic echo chamber since a couple days ago. They sitting there talking, and somebody was brave enough like, hey, y'all think about OF? And somebody's like, yeah, girl, I got an account. Somebody's like, girl, shoot, I've been doing that. And one girl's like, shoot, girl, I'm a beating the street. All right. Shoot. Your daddy, my favorite, my best customer. They having the conversations about selling kutakata, either digitally or physically.
2 or 3 weeks, and then by the last week, you gotta scramble to find, things.
This couple has 4 kids. The mom says pantries aren't always reliable.
They have limited supply, or by the time we get to the front of the line, then it's really nothing there. So it's hard.
She says she's holding on to faith. Meanwhile, others are worried hunger will drive crime rates up. We don't know how much money will be reloaded onto people's cards and when that will be. In Longwood, Lindsay Tanney, News.
Look at all the babies.
That's wicked. That's wicked. All the strollers. Here we are. It's about to get cold in most of the country.
Single moms by choice. Ain't no way. Cause ain't no way. Like, come on, man. The baby ain't supposed to be there in the line with you. It's all fussy. It's cold. Whining. That's so stressful. So the baby end up pooping or throwing up on itself. Like, it's a mess. This ain't life. This is extreme struggle. Whew.
And they talking about the crime rates going up. That's what we really about to touch on here tonight. We're going to get into it because we got to talk about it.
Stay frosty. Like, yeah, get y'all some self-protection education. Yeah, like, for real, man. I'm big on that. So don't stop playing with it.
That part. So here we are. And we got some super chats here.
Shout out to the chat's moral compass, our good brother Q. Appreciate you. Come through with the dub. Says, yeah, 35 days of YouTube jazz turkeys is a bit much. That's fine. Appreciate you, brother Q.
Appreciate you. Y'all go miss us here for a few days, so that's fine. Keep that energy.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Money. Appreciate you, Mr. Incredible. Says President Donald Trump is a trip. I can't for the life of me understand how he is in this position. I wouldn't be surprised if this butthole what's that say? The volume button in the way. Clown is the Antichrist. Trump, T-Money, he's a puppet. Whoever is really in power, they know that T-Money has a disability where he would not fathom that he's ever wrong. And he likes to win. He's the perfect puppet for this, whatever they're doing, this gangster-ish. He's perfect because he's gonna do it, and he is.
Man, wicked.
Appreciate you, Mr. Incredible. Says these fake churches want you to give to them, not the other way around. It's not the way it's supposed. These mega churches should be saving the world right now. They got private jets. You know how much money they could literally have storehouses, where Walmart-sized warehouses, and right now is their time to shine. Shame.
I ain't got no time to play. I'm just gonna make that goddamn money and keep it moving. You hear me? Just stack, just stack, just stack, just stack, and stack, and stack. You hear me?
Shout out to Twos and Fuse coming through with more than Twos and Fuse, says Gavin X Mr. Walker. Much respect to you for documenting the madness, telling the truth, and exposing the lies. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, brother.
That part. Shout out to brother Twos and Fuse for sponsoring the show.
There you go. Twos and Fuse.
I wish I had 10,000 tongues just to thank you. If I were Chinese, I'd say oh dear. If I were Danish, I'd say manga takt. If I were Italian, I'd say grazia. If I were Hebrew, I'd say toda raba. If If I were Greek, I would say Eucharisto. If I were Japanese, I'd say domo arigato. If I were Portuguese, I'd say obrigado. If I were Spanish, I'd say muchas gracias. If I were German, I'd say danke schön. If I were French, I'd say merci beaucoup. If I were Russian, I'd say spasiba. If I were Kenyan, I'd say ashanta. If I were Nigerian, I'd say eshe pupu. If I were Zulu, I'd say ingia bonga. If I were Sutu, I'd say keali boha. If I were deaf, I'd say, but since I am who I am, and I got what I got, and I feel what I feel, I'll just say thank you, praise your name, amen.
Yeah. Boom, shakalaka.
Amen. Open up that daggone storehouse. Appreciate you twos and fews for putting something in our storehouse. Appreciate you, man.
That part, that big old church, that's wicked.
Wow. Again, I just thought about that. Right now is their time to shine. Like they just start saying, hey, we got food, and start bringing more people to Christ in times of turmoil. Wow. My goodness. Whatever. Appreciate you, Mr. Incredible. Says, Mr. X, where did you get those sunglasses from? I need me a pair of those.
Not sure. Somewhere cheap. Say that.
I guarantee it. Appreciate you, Uncle Toe. Says, proof over guys. I'm not sure what guys mean. I guess it's like a lie. Appreciate you, Mr. Incredible. Say he is a puppet. He walks like he has something up in his John Brown hind parts. I don't have nothing in my John Brown. Never did, never will. Never in the history of mankind have I ever had anything in my John Brown hind parts.
Shout out to Baba T. He come back in the cash app with a fireball. He says people don't watch independent news on YouTube.
Independent news. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. Is that the channel? It's called Independent News.
Yeah, or just I'm not sure. We'll ask you when you come up here in a minute, because we're about to drop this link.
You're gonna let us know.
And we got more to talk about, because we talked about protection. Shout out to this guy. We're gonna pull this up here, but go ahead. What you got, Mr. Walker?
No, I was gonna say, there we go. Protection, man. I'm big on that. That's teaching my son about firearm safety, stuff like that. Heck yeah. It's a good hobby to have.
That part. So we about to drop this link. Before we do, as y'all know,
Don't you love when I come around? I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
So the timeouts will be activated. All right, as y'all see in the chat, $10 5 minutes, $20 10 minutes. If y'all have to time somebody out, all right, use it wisely.
There you go.
So here we go. I'm gonna pull this up. Shout out to this brother, Hassan Campbell. All right, this dude, he got smoke actually. He says black men celebrate no food stamps. So he got a lot to say.
Uh-oh.
What do you think is going to happen when the sons of these women go outside with their friends that's 100 deep? Little Mike, little Ray, little Carlito. What you think going to happen? Oh, you think you got a legal gun, huh? You think you going to hold it down with that legal gun, huh? When you got 20 little niggas coming at you with switches, what you going to do? Huh? And they coming for your groceries. Who you going to call? Ghost? Who you ain't going to call? Nobody. You know what you going to be doing? When them little wolves, when they drooling, when they teeth start looking like fangs, ribs is touching, so don't make me wait. When they ribs is touching and they ain't got nothing to eat, they gonna eat you, soldier boy. And you know what you gonna do? You ain't gonna be able to do nothing, because you gonna be by yourself, traveling in your car, thinking everything is all good. And you ever seen that movie, The Book of Eli, when Denzel was walking down the block and then the woman with the shopping cart was crying for help, playing like a little Dasu? That's gonna be one of them little black girls with a broken leg in the road. Can you please help me? And you're gonna get out your car to go help her. And you're gonna have 30 wolves run down on you and take everything that you got. And you know what you're gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna cry. You're gonna go back home to your wife. And you're gonna have to tell her how you got, your pockets is gonna have rabbit ears. That's what's
And so here we go. Brother Hassan Campbell So he says all the people out there talk about, how these people ain't gonna have food stamps. That's fine because they're gonna be robbing y'all. So y'all think it's sweet. You laughing until Nugtavius and them run up on you.
He's saying that like he's wishing it. Like what?
He is. He's an agent.
Like why? He one of these sympathetic brothers. He probably got, him a stable, a 3, 4, 5 single mom bone quishes he trying to impress. Whatever. Who cares?
But how true is it? I'll get you in, Brother Jay. Is that a true fear people should have about, all right, Bonquisha them can't eat, but we got to go to the store. So is it safe?
I mean, the odds of that happening are like astronomically low, man. Like, come on, man. What are you going to grocery shopping in the middle of the night, man? What are you doing? He's animated. It's hilarious, man. But no, come on, man. That's funny.
Listen, yeah, there you go. I didn't think about that, Brother Jay. Yeah, avoid these situations. Don't be out here going to Walmart at 9 p.m. Like, might want to avoid that.
Hey man, when I was a part of the 5 a.m.ers when I was in Canada, man. We go to the gym 5 a.m. as soon as it opens. After the gym, I went grocery shopping. There's nobody in there. It's 7 o'clock when it opened up. There's no one in there. Like, man, I'm not worried about that, man. And if somebody's following you home, you got bigger problems, man. What's up? What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Let's just keep going. I'll get y'all in.
Gonna happen because you think it's gonna be a joke. Them little young boys out there ain't gonna see their mother not eat. They not. What, y'all forgot what happened in the dope era and the crack era? Niggas went outside and got it. You had little kids out there, they got tired of going to school and they ain't have no sneakers. So they started selling crack, coke, and dope at the age of 13 years old. That's how you got the Preachers Crew. That's how you got Fat Cat. This is how you got the Supreme Team. Where you think that came from? It came from poverty and pain. Poverty and pain create some of the illest killers. You keep on praying for them food stamps to get taken away, and you're going to mess around and get your TV turned off. You're going to mess around and you're going to get your TV turned off. Don't get caught outside slipping thinking something is sweet, because the minute that the women can't feed their kids, and that oldest little boy in the house see that the rest of the siblings is hungry, y'all niggas is in trouble. Some of you dudes is running around with legal guns because you've been good your whole life. Some of us niggas can't get a legal gun because we've been bad our whole life. What you think I'm gonna do?
So this is Hassan Campbell. All right, he talks a lot of mess on the internet. Y'all remember like a year ago, he was outside of that project building talking mess, live streaming. When he got shot on a live stream. He pulled up to the projects, talking mess. They was in his chat, you ain't about no smoke. He pulled up to the projects on live with his phone. I'm out here. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. A few moments later, Nug come around the corner. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, I'm hit. He landed on the ground, ambulance. I said, this dude just got shot on live stream trying to be hard. This ninja, this is him.
That is, I remember that I turned it off because I thought he got deleted. He lived. I seen that. Yeah, he was all scared. You little scared punk. Brother TJ, you worried? Are you worried about some YNs coming taking your groceries? That sounds crazy.
Absolutely not, man. I we do more selling wolf tickets than a little bit, man. I'm not worried about a damn thing. I just came up real quick to talk about the snap stuff, and I gotta go because I gotta go, clock in with this white man in a minute. All of these people, all of these states are trying to sue, or they got together to sue Donald Trump. As a state employee, let me tell you guys something. Every single entitlement program that is subsidized, the key word is subsidized by the federal government, the state holds an emergency funding in its reserve. Each state, if they so chose to, could issue food stamp benefits this month if they wanted to. They are supposed to have, and the federal government does not fully fund food stamps to the states. I think it's somewhere around 60%, and the state pays 40% plus an emergent reserve. So not only does the federal government have an emergent reserve, so does the state. That's why you see states like California and New York moving towards actually releasing it. So now our governor here in Missouri, that joker came out over 2 weeks ago. He was like, if they don't get a deal, y'all ain't getting nothing. He had a press conference. I call him Governor Dipshit because actually he's a dipshit. But Governor Dipshit here in Missouri came out and was like, yo, yeah, I don't care what we're not releasing nothing. And Missouri has a surplus in their state budget. So it ain't just the feds that y'all need to be, for you lazy, entitled food stamp getters that you need to be mad at. Be mad at your state because your state can actually, quote unquote, make you have a good Thanksgiving if they really wanted to. They're not. Because the dirty little secret is don't nobody want to give y'all their money no more. That's the dirty little secret.
There you go. That part. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the states had a reserve too. And
yes.
That's gonna cause friction.
Mr. Walker, people aren't paying attention, not even halfway. If they halfway paid attention to what's going on politically, whatever the case may be, they would know this is not that hard of information to find out, like how much your state holds in reserve. And people don't know how open your states are. You can request any kind of information. Mr. Walker, I work for the state. You can get my emails, my personnel record. You can get whatever the hell you want to because I'm not entitled to any form of privacy as a state employee. Not none. You're not going to get no vital information like my birthday, social security number, but you can get my pay. You can get my personnel records. You can get all of my emails all of my state sponsored emails. You can get whatever you want to. All you got to do is ask for it. That's all you got to do is ask for it, and they'll give it to you. But no, that's what I want to say. So this is a game that they're playing on people's domes. But me personally, I just love being at the grocery store and got all my stuff was in and out in 10 minutes because it was empty because ain't nobody selling food. I was loving it. Ain't nobody in there but me and the senior citizens like it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I loved it. It was great. So I hope it don't come back. Of course, I got a special for seniors, people with severe developmental physical disabilities, our veterans. I think we should take care of them. Everybody else, Jaleesa with her 6 kids by 5 dudes, fuck you, screw you, and screw your kids.
TJ has spoken.
Guys, I gotta go clock in with this white man, so I gotta go pack up my lunch.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for stopping up, man.
All right.
Yeah, get that money, money. Gotta get that money, money. And I'm going to get it. And it won't stop, and it don't stop, and it won't stop. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to the brother Indigenous Stallion. Come through with the 100 ball. Appreciate y'all coming through. Says just showing support, keep spreading the truth and shining light on the important issues, fellas. Will do, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you. So I'm gonna let this go for another minute. See if we can get back on track here.
Can't get a legal gun because we've been bad our whole life. What you think I'm gonna do when ain't no money coming in? Because jobs is being eliminated and food stamps is being taken away. Jobs are being eliminated. Food stamps are being taken away. What you want? What you think I'm gonna go back to? What I know.
And that's why I wanted to say, I'm gonna stop. I want to get Brother 10 in here as well. My thing is this. I do think there's some truth behind this, Brother Jay. It's just depending on where you live. It's not gonna be for everybody. It's not an all thing. The people who live closer to the hoods and to low poverty areas, you're gonna experience some of this stuff. Your house gonna be broken in. You're gonna have to leave somebody at home at all times. People can't know that everybody out the house and you got food in there, that type stuff. So what you got, brother 10? I think it can get crazy.
I'm a bit of an anarchist. I'm kind of ready for it. I kind of want it to get all wonky and go every which way except for fixed, because we're not gonna fix nothing under the current circumstances. I think some things have to be destroyed, then rebuilt before there can ever be any correction. So I'm all with it.
I feel you, brother. There you go. That is a rebel with a cause. I feel you. See, you want it, you believe it need to come crashing down. That's the only way we're gonna get right. Unlike Leon King, who want to see it crash down so he could just take advantage of everybody. But there you go. I feel you, brother. There you go. Yeah, within context, I don't know about where y'all live. I don't live in the suburbs. I shall stay frosty at all times. I keep a toolie within reach at all times. So I'll play with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, this ain't the time to be slipping. Yeah. When you leave the house, make sure you got your wallet, your cell phone, your firearm, and a bottle of water at the very least. All right, stay hydrated.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you something for shiggity. Tell you what, and we'll talk about that later.
But I'm gonna let this go. I'll get you in, Postman Baba T.
Start talking about ammo.
Pick up kids is out the tax. You think that I can't feed my kids, and you got 2 steaks in your house? I ain't coming to get one of them. Now you tell me out there, all you niggas out there that's watching that come from the hood, poverty and pain, if this ain't one of the realest videos that I've ever wrote or spoke. Let me know in the comment section where you from, what projects you from, what hoods you from, what sets you claim, fool. Sometimes these people get us all messed up.
Corny.
Niggas is laughing. Most of us grew up on welfare and became productive people. I'll be damned if I'm going to sit up here and watch some of these niggas sit up there and shame black women that's on welfare. Some of our grandmothers was on welfare. They was the most beautiful women in the world. Now all of a sudden, some of you dudes get up under massa, you get up under the colonizer, and now you want to sit up there and shame black women that came from poverty and pain. That's where we came from.
Execute Order 66.
This is an Order 66 goon. Here's the problem with ninjas like this. Do you think Bonquisha that's walking the streets today represent our grandmas and them from 100 years ago? Absolutely not. It's not the same level of respect. So we need to stop acting like all black women are the same and equal throughout generations. It's not true. So if you want to be respected, you got to carry yourself with some respect.
At all. And our generation of grandmas, man, come on, man. The Gynocratic order is so insidious. That's a hard realization when you realize that your grandma 5 for 5. Golly, like respect. But can we acknowledge some freaking reality here? Stop it. Huh? What's up with 5 for 5 Gam Baba T? What you got on it? Wait 5 minutes. Go ahead. There you go. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, you beautiful brothers. How you doing, man?
Good evening. Good evening.
You all beautiful people, right? All
Yes,
right,
sir.
then. Man, listen. I done told you all about my background. I come from them hyenas, okay? I think my grandfather was a step-grandfather. I thought about this the other day. You understand what I'm saying? Now, and my great-grandmother, she was indigenous, but I never met my great-grandfather. You understand what I'm saying? So that hyena, I don't know what was going on in the 1800s now, but I could trace it all the way to the late 1800s. So, man, please, you know what I got on it, man. It's crazy growing up like that, man, and going through the cycles of hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
sir.
you're the one that ain't falling for it since you were a child. So you know you the black sheep. I'm getting in trouble everywhere.
Well, let me ask you this. As far as what this guy's saying, he's saying it may not be safe for regular folks. So when you leave in the house, Baba T, you need to be safe.
Listen here, man. You just called out him pandering. You know why you hear guys like this and they be pandering? And they supposed to be little hoodlums and everything, because there hasn't been gangbangers since the late 80s and early 90s. Because remember, the groups were under a hierarchy at that point. That was about the end of it. And then they start splitting off and cats are getting greedy. So after that, there is no, you can't have a game talking about you 2 blocks this way, 4 blocks that way, 2 blocks over, 4 blocks down, and that's your set. Then you got another set on 2 blocks over. You know, that ain't no game. That's just hoodlums. That's all that is. I tell people, don't call them gang, call them hoodlums.
Well, I would say this. I would say that's even worse. If we are seeing that these guys are operating with no structure, that means you are more loose cannons. You are more prone. You are more prone to be robbed. They ain't got an answer to nobody.
Listen, I tell people, and I tell them all the time. I say safety first. Okay, always safety first. You have to keep your head on the pivot out here, and a lot of people don't do that. They either looking in phones, got earplugs on while they driving, doing all sorts of stupid stuff. You have to be aware of your surroundings when you driving, whether somebody gonna try to cut me off or somebody behind me trying to do a stick up. Boom, I got to be knowing, okay, I'm looking everywhere. That's how I drive, man.
And you got to be listening too, Baba T. You got to be listening too, right?
Right, you got to listen.
Can you hear? Can you hear good? Can you hear?
Oh, I can hear real good.
You can't hear that beep. You can't.
You remember the street echoes. Okay?
You can't hear that beeping. You can't hear that beeping.
No beeping going on.
We promise you. You gonna get caught up, Baba
T.
You might want to test your senses. These kids, they gonna run up on you. Your ear and your sensories is down, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, sir. I'll take a look. I'm not shy, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because I'm old, man. Listen here. I just had 6 bones taken out my neck about 2.5 months ago. Okay. I got plates all in my neck, man, and now I got to get my hip exchanged. My hip started acting up this morning. That's what happens when you start getting older. Them parts start breaking down. So you got metal all through you. And you know, I got injured in the military, so I need a back plate back here. But see, that's what happens when you're a soldier, man. You still stand tall.
Blessings to you, OG. Okay. Blessings to you.
All right. I took that neck brace off, man, and say it's got to heal. You know, I mean, hey. That's what soldiers do, man. You don't be out here crying and limping over. You can't let these studs see you limping all over and stuff, man. Oh, you got to be ready. And that's the point I'm saying. Once you get ready, you ain't got to worry about being ready. Okay? You know, you all know what I do. You know what's on me. Okay? You know, I told you all, please, man. When I go out here, it's just like I'm in combat. You understand me? All right. So I got my eyes everywhere what's going on, you know, and that's when things happen, when you let your vision and your perception goes, you know. You can't look this way, you gotta look this way. Yeah. So that's what happens to a lot of people out here. They can't see nothing. They on this phone walking. Somebody drum up to you and knock your ass out. So, I mean, hey,
gotta be able to see and hear.
Hey.
All right, let me get in here real quick, Unc. I see you in the back, internet passport. Give me a thumbs up, brother. Okay. And also, I'm gonna get you in, Postman. What's your take, Postman? Is there any truth behind things getting dangerous? Or you think people can get robbed for your groceries?
How y'all fellas doing? First off, Gav, I absolutely do, and this is why. When I was a kid, I was a confrontational type, so I got into a lot of fights, and I learned in those years that people can't dictate what another person will do. So, for example, if I say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, the customary reaction when we were children is to say what somebody else is not going to do. You got no control over what somebody else will do, but you got full control over how you prepare for the situation or defend yourself in said situation. And it's a consequence or a reward to every choice you make. So the guy who may want to take one of my steaks, one, he being foolish, because if I'm coming at you in that hostile manner, I'm taking both of them. I'm not taking one. I'm not being diplomatic. I'm sorry. Two, you might lose that battle, bruh, trying to come to a place in which you don't know. Oftentimes, I'm a sports dude. They talk about a home field advantage for a reason. I wish you would not know what the things that I know where they are located and how to use those things to my discretion. And so being hyper vigilant especially in my job. Baba T just spoke about it. Earbuds, walking and texting. I sneak up on coworkers daily just to prove to them that you are not paying attention out here in these streets. And in the instance that something happens to us, unfortunately, the first thing that our management does is to ask us what we could have done to prevent things, or if we were doing everything the right way, whether it be preventative or whatever the case may be. So in that case, if there's something that you practice every day in work, it should carry over, or it should have been brought into your work ethic from life. We all grew up, or most of us grew up in rough neighborhoods. I'm not a thug, but Kanye said it best. I'm far from a B. And so I understand how to be totally prepared about situations. And I know that guy, one, crash outs will crash out. Two, a lot of dudes have got hurt over women. And the fact that he was so ready to go for black women that he has no idea about, hasn't come in contact with, sees representation that is misrepresenting what he painted his grandma out to be, and he's still willing to do everything that he shouldn't for somebody that he shouldn't do it for. And so in that instance, why would I not believe him? Conversely, what may happen as a result of his bad decision is on him. And he's already proven that he made bad decisions by trying to prove something that he don't have to prove. Necessity brings about your actions at times. And some people want to be reactive. In this one, when you're telling me what you're going to do, I can be proactive. Running your mouth again on social media, as I spoke about before. We telling our business. So now there is no Trojan horse or anything. You didn't told me everything, the blueprint. So I'm set up for everything that you wasn't even prepared to try. So proper planning breeds proper preparation out here so that we can get things done. And if you ain't ready to go, I suggest you think about your actions and be real calculated, because some people will try you. And if you ain't ready to respond in a manner that's consistent with the situation, he taking your stakes.
That part. Yeah. That you appreciate you, King Nug. Says we need to feed them kids in the morning like BPP. What is BPP? Appreciate your sister Michelle coming through, becoming a member. Thank you. Shout out to you again, becoming another member on 2 channels, I imagine.
Appreciate you.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to the brother Square Biz. Good to see you. Says off topic. Since last, what's that? Truth Over Lies, I started tracing my lineage and have been able to locate census as well as death certificates back 5 generations. Thanks for planting the seed. There we go, Square Biz. I don't know if you're in the Patreon. I want to know more about it. There we go. We moving.
Man.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
There you go.
Appreciate you, Uncle Tall. Says Baba T gonna tell them young bloods, I love you, young man. What you doing while they robbing them? Get them started.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to Fall Way Back. Says, yo, Walk, is poverty a choice? Everyone fall on hard times, but it shouldn't last forever. Start your own business or something ish. Quip. There we go. Don't know who that is. But yeah, is poverty a choice? Poverty is a mindset. I don't know if it's a choice. I don't know. Who said that? Kanye?
There you go. It's a good question. So I'm going to let this keep going and I'll get y'all in.
Some niggas went to the street and they got it however they lived it. Some niggas went to work. Some dudes went to jail, did 20 years in there. Came home, got their life together. We living in different days now. But if you strip us down to nothing, absolutely nothing, do you really, really think you want to live in a world like that where you just going to be laughing at our pain? Yeah, I said our pain. Because them hood boogers, them hood rats, my little Ray Ray, I think sometimes y'all be forgetting that's our nieces and nephews, my nigga. I'm not Anton Daniels, my nigga. This is Hassan Campbell. I know what it's like to be on both sides. I live good. I'm eating. But if my ribs start touching, hit that like button, hit the share button, hit that subscribe button. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you.
Let's do the clown. So Hassan Campbell up here trying to give the game basically an agent of chaos, right? I don't think anybody is laughing at anybody's pain. Don't nobody want to see kids starve. We talk about the dependency. We've been talking about this stuff for years, literally. But deaf ears, Bonquisha, I don't need no man. I'm the mama and the daddy. I'm not going 50-50. All this stuff, y'all broken dusty. Now, where's the joke?
He wanted to fit in with a YN so daggone bad. I don't know his age and nothing like that. But brother, how you claim you doing so good? You got your diamonds and rubies on, but now you also talking about if your ribs start touching, you're gonna be out there robbing folks. Like, can those two daggone things be true, Ninja?
That part. So I want to get brother Internet Passport. Welcome in, brother.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. You're a little hot, a little loud. We hear you,
Let
brother.
me back a little bit. Let me move back. But and I also just wanted to say shout out to Postman. It must have been a team sport type of thing where we all heard something similar where you said a proper preparation prevents poor performance, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So but yeah, that gentleman there from the clip, he definitely a little bit of a fear monger. Didn't want to say anything positive, didn't want to say anything about folks getting the job or finding under other resources when it comes to food, which I thought was shocking. He was just saying, hey, it's going to be a group of 20 young men, young black men just like us, which I thought was shameful, going out knocking over old ladies. I said, geez, Louise, buddy. I was like, if that did realistically happen, how fast the cops will be coming and things will be shut down real fast. But I don't believe we'll end up coming to that, just because I think folks will end up becoming really resourceful and finding that there's tons of food out here, especially there. If anybody ever worked in a restaurant or some type of chain, people know how much food goes out at the end of the day, and how some people, including myself back in the day, would take some home. They said, oh, this didn't go on out. I said, hey, cool, I got dinner for the time. I got dinner for tonight. I got breakfast for tomorrow. Folks will just have to get creative. They may not be able to get exactly what they want, but there will be food there.
Amen, brother. There you go. Yeah. Shout out to Whack Arnold's. That was me too. Hey, shit, they better figure it out. You ain't too good. Eating Whack Arnold's for a month straight.
So what you got, brother Luther? Welcome up.
Hey, fellas. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think this is gonna be over with in about 2 weeks. I honestly don't believe the purge is not real. This generation is too spoiled. Besides, T-Money already got troops everywhere. You think he didn't see this coming? That's why he staged people in different cities. This generation, these people are not the same generation as our big brothers. Baba T, real struggle, pre-internet, pre-cell phone, pre-Google. This generation don't ride bikes. They can't run around a car. You got a guy with gold diamonds talking about what he gonna do. Do you not understand? You just showed your hand and you can't see behind you. So now I see him coming down the street. He don't see me. Why would you say that? Why wouldn't you say, I'm going to get these guys and we're going to go vote? We're going to go teach these kids how to not steal, how to look out for each other, how to listen to our elders who actually did struggle. Baba T came at us and said, I was born at that generation. So he's seen it, real struggle. But we want to ignore him and say he ain't teaching us nothing. He's telling us what it was like for real. And these what is it? BET thugs with the fake diamonds telling them what they gonna do because of some shit they seen on a movie. Ask a real brother like that up top what it was really like when we was colored, when we didn't have the internet, when we didn't have the movies. This stuff is so fake. It's nothing has happened yet. And I don't think nothing's gonna happen because, like I said, T-Money's already got the guards out there already. So he beat us to the punch. So come on, let's see what happens. But I don't think anything's gonna happen.
I think you said it's all going to be over in 3 weeks.
About 2 or 3 weeks.
I believe the excitement will be over in 3 weeks, but the writing's already on the wall. Like we keep saying, like there will be a reduction in benefits at best. So yeah, you're right. The hoopla, all that's going to die down. Like, yeah, I don't think folks will start chewing on each other in the streets, but they're going to have to adjust.
Well, I mean, before this even came about, we had, women talking about how they got simps on the side and they got the Leon Kings. Start resorting to that first. Go back to your beginnings. Find a guy with $40. You know what I mean? You gonna start to robbing people right off the bat?
Brother Luther, I don't like the way you come. You always got $40 handy.
Yeah, man, I gotta be ready. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, man. Hey. And you know what I got if they nasty. So
come through the take top and always got $40.
Oh, I'm ready. That's what I said. You know, that's what I said. The struggle, you ain't even went to your first resources. I still got it. I'm waiting. So you gonna go to Robin? Well, I just wait. I'm ready. You know.
No, Luther. In that regard, just like what you just said, the YN that's fronting like he got $40 will seriously try to come in your house to get that 40 for her to do something nasty because he got no resources or thought process. That's how he gonna get it. You got it already the way you're supposed to have it. The way in which they front and try to put on for the masses will have them go try to get you for your tools and fuse so they can act like they got it on a social media, TikTok or something, or pull up on the block like they got money to fill a tank up, but you just stole that money. Like, they seriously do live each moment side to side. I didn't been a part of it. We faking it till we make it, as we call it. We everything going as planned for the night. We ain't have all the money for the plan we had, but we made it happen. By hook or by crook is the term. But I digress. We'll leave it at that.
I ain't gonna. No, I was gonna say I ain't gonna lie. We might be bamboozled. Like, y'all ever watch Scooby Doo and they pull the mask off to carry the head at the end, and it don't be the YM. It might be Billy Bob who might be doing the raping and pillaging, or excuse me, yeah.
We got there you go, brother. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Listen, with AI and all this cosmetic stuff, I ain't gonna throw this wickedness in the water. Y'all know I done told you about my horror movie White Face Willie. Like, that's what I would do. Yeah, I'd pick myself all white. Yeah, shout out to Drewski. But don't do that, because that's not nice.
But see, Brother Walker, this is why I dropped. But when they initially first started doing all this stuff, they had this thing going around on the internet where they told black people to sit back. He's going after the immigrants. And everybody stayed back. They even said, well, black people aren't in these protests. Black people aren't doing this. So we were okay. We were together when the Trump was after the immigrants. But now they turn it to this, and now we're going to turn on each other that fast? Where did the brotherhood go? I thought we were standing together. And we were staying out of T-Money's way because we knew he wanted us to start. So we said
everything is going as planned. That's one thing folks need to understand. None of this by happenstance.
Yes.
Everything is going as planned.
That's what Baba T always say. He says this. That's why it tripped me out when Bean said, I ain't listening to you. I have a little bit of a memory. I listen to my elders. Baba T has said this. I don't know, because I'm 52 years old and I listen, but he said this. This movie has been played each generation. And that man up there has seen 2 generations grow up. We've only seen one, our kids, and maybe a little bit. He's seen this, and they're not listening. This was planned, like we said. They didn't get us fighting before. They didn't get us fighting there. Now they're gonna get us fighting this way. They're gonna get us.
That's true. So I'm gonna get you in real quick, Brother Jay. Then we'll get you in, Baba T. What you got, Jay?
Oh man, my mind goes 1,000 miles a minute, man. I got so much to say, man. But I think like the I don't know what the guy's name on the screen was in the video. He got all the gold and stuff on. Like he's telling us you better than us. They're not gonna do that to you though, but they're gonna get us. They not gonna come for your stuff, but they're gonna come for
because you ain't gangster stuff. Like him, Jay. He one of them.
Yeah, I do live in the suburbs. You dang on right.
And I live here
for a reason. And they act like there was a young brother on I don't know whose live it was on. He unfortunately he lost his life. He was in a accident. He was cutting the guy off. He got out and pew whipped him. Hit the guy in the face.
I seen that.
Yeah. They didn't stop making them when they made yours.
I seen that. Y'all see that video? Yeah, this gangster ninja cut this guy off. They both got their car. It was some gangster dude and some big old fat Viking man. And they got out, and the dude, the thug, he hit him. Whop with the toolie. Oh, okay, pop. Yeah, over. Yeah, it was. It looked like it's about to be very one-sided. He's like, oh, why you doing them? No.
So like Postman said, he keep it on them. They act like y'all act like people don't have them. It could be a guy could be wearing khakis and a polo and still come out. I see this brother I watch on the thing. He teach you how to quick draw from all different locations, and you look at this dude, you unassuming. So yeah. So y'all can go out there and try if you want to.
You gotta practice. Safety first, safety always. Like if you are going to get into protect yourself, you gotta practice because your body responds differently under stress. You know, like I've watched videos where law enforcement officers been on the beat for 40 years. They're snuff videos, unfortunately, and they show like this guy was the best at the range, but under duress, he's sitting here pulling the trigger and then it's a go. It's empty. He ain't even emptying out and reloading. He got a whole extra clip, but that stress, he just won't stop pulling. And so practice. Safety first, safety always. Appreciate you, Divine Photos. Says not every moment is a ninja moment. We are getting better as Black folks. We don't have to rob when there's plenty of resources. Just go to work for it. Amen.
That part. And shout out to Baba T. He trying to get back in. He got a cash app. He says, I got a story. And I see you in the back. You say you have removed the battery from the smoke detector. So what you got, brother?
Thank you, brothers. Thank you. I remember now I'm a combat vet. My ears might get kind of funny on me, okay?
Yes, sir.
I mean, real combat, not that Iraq and all that, because a combat is where you are doing extreme damages on both sides, like Iraq and Russia, okay? That means each side is all messed up, I mean, hey, so no offense, Jay, all right? Man, I got a story. I got two things. Now, when you hear young brothers like that pandering in that way, and they've already told you they're a hoodlum, right? So that meant that they were homeless, and they stand with the sister on Section 8, okay? And they know they don't have no name on no lease. If you ever notice, if you know that, right? When they start talking about how they all in this stuff and all, they don't live nowhere but Bumquisha that's on Section 8. And that's why they pandering. He might have to go back there. But
Baba T, I feel like we taught you that, Baba T. You learned that from us.
Listen. Well, sort of, kind of. Bumquisha and all that I learned from you all, okay? But I remember back in the early 90s, and it was a drive-by, right? And the drive-by was like two white cops that was doing the drive-by. And they showed it. And it was a white dude coming out just like a cop shooting. And I said, yeah. I mean, I was telling people, don't believe everything you hear. And I couldn't find that video nowhere else. So it's very important when you see stuff, you got to catch it, download it, save it, or whatever you can, because it will be gone for you to try to reference back at it. And when you all said that, that brought that back. Okay, because I've seen it myself, man. Listen, it ain't us. It's them. How come this always happen between 1 and 5 in the morning?
There you go.
Nobody know
up that early. You right.
Don't nobody know a thing, man. Oh, nobody arrested, man. So,
I believe that, Baba T. I believe that they did that. They set us up. I believe those happenings happen more than once, Yeah.
That's what they do. They did that with all our organizations, set us up. COINTEL still happens to this day, man. They sending you a letter and sending me a letter saying some crazy stuff, or sending me an email and sending you an email. Okay? So it's the same way that we got away from loving our people in the motherland, because we knew back in the 70s, they was telling us we don't like them, and they was telling them they don't like us. You understand what I'm saying? They play the game to separate you, so same theory that they do. So,
They saying that out their own mouths now, though. So the whatever program they had then is instilled in the people now. So you're right. That propaganda and all that stuff is now instilled in the people. So I see videos of them saying, "No, we stay away from Black Americans," and then now you got the separation. Now you got foundational Black Americans. Oh, don't mess with no tethers. Don't mess with them because we foundational. So it's more separation. It's like what?
You gotta know corruption that history, man. You gotta know that history. Okay. Remember, I'm before computers. Okay. I mean, and that history is nice because I know what is really real and what's not real. I know this stuff is all a setup. People, you know, when I said independent news, I meant looking at independent podcasts that are concerning what's happening everyday living. Okay. Not the ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News, none of that garbage, man. You know, so hey, man, a lot of people don't know what's happening in Africa.
Hey, Baba T,
young man.
Baba T, speaking of hooligans and mongrels and thugs, welcome in, Uncle Beans.
Yeah, how you doing, young man?
And real quick, I want to get Brother Tierney. I know you're trying to get in. What you got, Tierney?
Oh no, I was just saying it's like the dysfunction and chaos is on autopilot from MK Ultra, COINTELPRO, from all the things that they did. These programs started in the 50s. Tuskegee experiments, all types of crazy things they did to us. Now it's on autopilot. In the year 2025, they don't have to do nothing. We're already corrupted. The software is damaged.
Yeah.
Sad facts.
That part. And speaking of corrupted, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna pull this next video up. All right, this is the most trending and viral thing right now. I guess we got to talk about it.
I literally cannot silence my phone because of my nails. I can't function. Okay, I cannot live. By the way, half the struggles that Black women think they face, it's of their own fucking doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? Seriously. They wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out. And then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. That's like a cutter. That's like one of those fucking losers who cut themselves. That's like them having a scar and being like, I can't believe I have scars. Like, what? Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being Black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings. You wear weaves in your hair. You wear fake eyelashes. You wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay?
Hell!
So here we go. This is Lily. We covered her a week ago or so. I didn't know it was going to lead to this. Now on Halloween, she dressed up in blackface and she's up here acting like she's Bonquisha, I guess. This is what we get.
How was this allowed on the internets? It's egregious. This is extremely egregious behavior. What's the excuse? I can hear the excuses. Well, y'all let Drewski. That's egregious, man. That's wild.
Mr. Walker, I'm gonna jump before Beans. You know the thing is when I initially saw that, you saw my reaction, but everything she said was facts. That's the thing. I want to be mad at that. I honestly want to be mad at that. But we've said that she didn't say anything that wasn't true.
I did catch that. She was talking about attraction alopecia. I guess she's not the messenger. What's her motive? For talking?
I would say it was a sprinkle of truth. Most lies and
the attraction alopecia caught me. We talked about.
She talking about the long nails and I know y'all like to fight and all y'all do is fight and this and that. A lot of stereotypes. But where we at here? I'm not sure. Am I cutting out?
No, you good.
Okay.
Just give it a few weeks and then another story will come out about her about something else. I guarantee it. She like some kind of reverse racism type. She loves it so much she hates it kind of thing, man. I guarantee it. I can see it already, man. Mark my words.
It's prime rage bait. She moving like she got a machine behind her. Like, look at it. Like she got a machine behind her, man. Like, this is wicked, but again, I understand this is wild and extremely offensive. Again, y'all know what I say. We can't be predictable. What are we predicted to do? Crash out, be enraged. How about for the majority we ignore it, at least with our comments? Ain't no need to. What you about to do? You gonna win her over? Mr. X, say this. Folks like this, there is no conversation to be had. If you ignore them, they will fade away like a spirit.
Okay, so let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. Listen up. A black woman is speaking. When you are fighting, when you are going to bat, okay, before you wake up in the morning, get out of bed and you have to think like a fighter. You have to put yourself in the mindset of not, oh, it's just easy breezy and I might pick up a fight or a felony later on. No, that is the wrong mindset to have. The correct mindset to have is that you wake up every day knowing that every day is a fight. Every day is a potential crash out. Every day is a potential chance to chip out. With that in mind, let me adjust my cap for the billionth time.
You keep saying chimp.
With that in mind, you must wake up.
It's wicked. I heard some black dudes saying it the other day. So it's not, I don't know. Y'all out of pocket. I seen some young black streamer saying it the other day. You know, he was one of them dudes hanging with I Show Speed and all these crazy dudes, and they was talking about chimping out. I said, what the hell is y'all talking about? Nonetheless, I'll get you in, Ebony Dean. What's your take?
I was trying to keep it cool, just being in the comments, but you guys are teaching me how to not be so triggered by every single thing. And so thank you for that. But I had to come up just based on the whole blackface thing. You can wear the bonnets and you can talk about us all day, whether it's true or not. The fact that you're in blackface, that was something that was done, you know, back in the day to mock us, to make fun of us. So even when Drewski put on the white face or whatever as a comedy, we never did it to mock or make fun of people like they did us back in the day. They did it. That was derogatory. So even if we crack jokes or whatever, that's nothing compared to the blackface that she's trying to do. It's offensive and it's wrong and it's disrespectful. And anybody who's laughing at it, thinking that it's funny, she's wearing a bonnet and all that. Okay, whatever. People wear bonnets and all that, but there's a fine line between joking and being disrespectful. And I'm sorry, blackface, that is unacceptable in this country because it was used to degrade us back in the day.
They didn't just wear blackface to mock us. They wore blackface in lieu of hiring a black person. That was a part of it as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, for the
in lieu of
movies. There
hiring.
you go. Yeah, I know you know Brother Jay in theater. Heck shit, that was the ultimate thing in theater. Instead of hiring a black person, they just hired a white person to do it and put blackface on. So it was mockery on different levels.
Or Native American or Mexican or whatever. They just toss a little paint on their face and then start acting stupid.
That part. So I'll get you in, Brother Beans. You got anything?
You muted. There you go.
Y'all need to stop whining. Stop crying, man. That white girl ain't did nothing wrong. White girl, I want to be your man. She ain't did nothing wrong. Jay, come on, man. Don't do that, man. Let her live. Hey, listen, man. I know everybody all in their feelings about it. I'm going to be honest with you. And y'all know I be on white people's heels about the shit that they do. So you know I ain't got no favoritism for white people. But this ain't it. It's 2025. You got to let this one go. You can't even pretend like this on your radar, to be honest with you. Like this supposed to miss black people for real, especially grown ass. I got mortgages, I got rent, I got kids ass black people. Like this shit's supposed to just go straight past. You're supposed to be like, what? So you saying you putting gravy on the steak or not? That's how that's supposed to work.
I agree with that sentiment. As far as I feel like that anytime they come with hate and racism, I'm not about to sit here because when you sit there and get mad and triggered, you are projecting energy that you could use for something else. I ain't got time to hate you.
But I have to disagree with both of y'all for the simple fact that in real life, that's applicable. But on the internet, we responsible for training the algorithm. So we can't let the internet know that this is acceptable because a bunch of Mr. Walker, you said it got to be a machine behind her. It's the algorithm because a bunch of pink people then liked the post and commented and left comments. We got to be responsible on the internet stand front to say, no, this is bad content. Report it. Just like Kendra G would do.
So let me show you why I disagree with that. I'm not, no, wait, let me reframe that. Not disagree with that. You know how many times I've seen that picture on my algorithm? Once. And I was on that show, right? That's it. It ain't flooded my timeline on YouTube or nothing else. You know why? Because I didn't go looking for it.
You was on this show. Yeah, salute to you. You held your own, brother.
I was on
Holy snap.
That's the only other time that I saw this.
Well, listen, what's today? Today is the 5th. So I would say we wasn't talking about it. As you can see, it took us 5 days to even speak. We wasn't going to talk about it, but upon demand, I guess they want to hear.
It's so good that you're talking about it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is,
I'm just saying I agree. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. We need not, but
yeah, it didn't come down my timeline. And when I saw it, you know what I didn't do? I didn't start Googling it. I didn't Google Lens it. Right? Yo, Google Lens, what is this? Gemini, what's going on? Hey, Grok, who is this? I ain't do none of that.
Beans, you being a little bit disingenuous because I follow you. I got my notifications turned on and I know what your algorithm looks like.
Well,
so of course she ain't gonna come up on your algorithm.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just saying it wasn't that though. I didn't go looking for it. Like, bro, and look, to the sister's point, which I wish it was a man who said it so I could respond to it the way I want to, but I'm loving on the sisters right now. You can't say Gruski did it, skip past that like it don't supposed to mean nothing to them, and then say, but when y'all do it. We can't play that kind of game. That's white people's kind of games. That's what they do. They say when we go and pillage and grape and take over somewhere and drop bombs and delete people and do whatever we got to do to maintain our authority, power, economical, and political supremacy, it's all good. But when you Negroes do it, all you the worst thing that ever happened to America, and we need to lock all y'all up and you ain't nothing but apes and gorillas. We can't play that retarded game they play. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, period, point blank.
I think the difference between the two, I hear what you're saying, Beans, but I think the difference between the two is the fact that they, you know, we were segregated against and we were in slavery and all that stuff. They were doing it to mock us and to what I think Jay Tillman was saying. There is a huge difference. We never did that to discriminate against them. It was a joke. So there is a difference. And with the fact of you're talking about, you know, people being triggered and all that, the problem is that she's doing it in a way that is degrading. And yeah, we can keep composure. Yeah, I'm keeping my composure, and I can keep my cool and everything, but there's a time for you to check people and there's a time to keep it cool. She's going to get checked. And then I'm going to go back to sitting down and being nice and comfortable in my house. People need to be checked for this stuff. This is not okay. We have young people seeing this. The younger generation seeing this needs to know that there is a history behind that. And the history is derogatory towards our people. And she needs to be checked. And anybody who excuses this behavior or doesn't see a problem with it, you need to kind of look into the history as to why this is wrong. There are young people watching this, and we need to teach the younger generation about this because this stuff is not cool. So
I totally did.
I understand the type of time you're on and all that, and that's cool. You can have your opinion, and I'm okay with it. But I'm just talking about the past and what it was used for. And so
I'll see this, Ebony. I agree with you 1,000%. I led into this by saying I was just watching a stream with some young guys, and they're 20 young, and they were using this language because it's a disconnect. They don't know their history. They're not in tune. And if generations keep going by, the disrespect will get out of hand for our children.
Okay, see, y'all gotta stop this. Let's see. This is what I'm saying, Mr. Walker. I give you $2. You stop this. Stop this right now. Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'll say to you, Beans, before you keep going. I would say this is a 10 times worse issue than worry about people not getting Section 8 and EBT.
Uh-oh.
I'll say that.
I see what you did right there. Because I might have to agree with that. I might have to agree with that, but even I think that is a moot issue, right? And I've proven it based on the economics, and people just don't like that because they like to be able to punch down. But my issue with this is if my woman walks in the house right now and I slap the black off of her, is people gonna say we need to know the history behind men hitting on women? He did it in 2025, so therefore it's related to when this man did it in 1920. No, this woman putting that shit on her face don't got nothing to do with what them crackers was doing. I'm sorry, with what them white people was doing in the 1920s. It has absolutely nothing
everything to do with that. What?
It has. What's your evidence that it has something to do with it besides the fact that she put on blackface? What's your evidence?
Because history has shown that it's always been done. Come on, Beans. Like, you got to keep it a buck. This is
You
true.
can't say history has shown. Just because somebody does something in 2025 does not mean it's related to what was done historically. That's all.
You are a false prophet, and security, take him out of here.
Shout out to Project Leroy. Come through with the timeout. Says put Beans in the corner. Let him sing Jay's song in the corner. Lily Gaddis is a world star, anti-black troll, just like Myron Gaines. Sit deaf down. Shout out to Uncle Beans.
Why I gotta take strays, man?
Why I gotta take strays? There you go. Beans got 10 minutes in the gulag. What you got, Ebony? I'll let you go before we keep going.
I just want to say shout out to Project Leroy because I was about to go there, and I respect you guys, and there is a history behind it. Everybody just look into it. She's doing that for a reason, and she's doing it to get a rise. So we have to have a balance in between the two, but people need to be checked when it's time to be checked. I'm sorry.
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Like Mr. X said, we have to address these things. And I'm learning that, coming from our environment, not being taught too much from our elders, we're learning like, okay, all right, so this is something, we are literally learning on the fly. This must be addressed whenever the young kids see this because they have no idea. That's fair.
And what's happening is these kids are coming to school dressed in blackface thinking that it's okay, and there's fights are breaking out at school and all that. This is happening. So we have to teach the next generations the history behind it and why it's not okay. Like, none of that's okay. Wear the bonnets and talk about how we're ghetto and all that, whatever. But when it comes to the blackface and being racist, that just needs to be checked. And that's just what it is.
It just seems like to me it's clearly for a rise. I think someone mentioned it earlier, just for rage bait. And the one thing I think a great philosopher once said, you could be mean if you're gonna be funny, aka Drewski. Watching that short clip of whatever her name is there, I think she just got to watch her back out there in public or in the wrong spaces. So someone may run up on her and have a rough conversation. That's all I'm thinking.
Because everybody's tough online, but come behind that screen and come up to some bonquishas who are, their skin is, actually black, and see how you do all that stuff online, but pull up on a real bonquisha, even pull up on me. I have a couple words for her if I ever see her in public. So
I like that,
that tough stuff behind the camera, but yeah, we're gonna exchange words.
Don't let it take out your feminine phrases, WD. But you're right. Now I like what you said. If you are big and bad enough to do this, like Drewski did, there we go. Like I said, these are two different things, but we drawing comparisons. Drewski was out with them at a NASCAR rally.
Right.
That was brave. That was hilarious.
The thing is,
Shout out to Sister Olawa. She put Beans back in timeout after Tony Golden took him back out. So there you go, Tony Golden. Gave him a little credit, but he back, Tony.
So here we go. What you got, Brother Jay?
The thing is, if that happens to her, she's just gonna turn around and say, "Look, I told you so." So if we don't like Tim was saying, if we don't hold her as a community accountable now, there's nothing that we can do about it. you just wash your hands, push it to the side, and move on this one, because it's nothing. It's if somebody retaliates against her physically, she's just gonna say, "I told you so." And
we just got to play their game.
What you gonna do?
We got to report it. When we see that stuff come on our timeline, it's 3 dots. Click the 3 dots, press report. This is discriminatory or whatever the options may be. But we have to report this stuff, because if we don't, just like we were watching AI make these wonky videos, what do you think the AI is getting trained off of? Like, we got to stop allowing these things to be socially accepted. We don't got to always go with somebody. We don't got to tap a chin every time. Sometimes we can use the power of the pen or the internet.
How many AI little hat, or I don't know if you can say it on YouTube, Swaste? How many of those videos do you see AI?
None.
You don't see none of them.
No.
So hey, what'd that tell you?
There you go. And that's why I always say we need to identify our position on U.S. soil, not to complain. Know what it is, move accordingly to get from under the madness as best we can.
And shout out to Brother Tony Golden bringing Beans back. I'm going to get you in, Baba T. Then I'm going to get Beans back in. What you got, Baba T?
You see images such as back in the day, they used those images, so we couldn't get into the theatrical jobs. But also, back then they created stereotypes as well for us. That was not us. So as we moved further on in the industry, we would protest against them using these stereotype images. Like they say the Black woman was over sexualized, but that gave them the right to, to grate them and say, oh, they love it. You understand what I'm saying? They put that stuff out there about us. And as we fought to change those images in Hollywood, that's why you start seeing more beautiful things with us in movies. And Julia, the first sister that had her own sitcom and everything, she was a nurse, you feel me? Back in the 60s. So now what's happening? Those stereotypes that they were talking about is the stereotypes we see now. And the bottom line is this, we see all sorts of stuff come to our community, but you have to remember one thing. If the community don't hold it responsible, it won't be happening. See, they know they can do whatever they want to us because we don't have a strong community. So they can put whatever they want to put on the internet. They can do whatever. They can hold lynches. Remember, they had Halloween parties. They got one black guy. He was in the news. He's disconnected from what's going on. Okay? So that's why they can do what they want to do. And people say, oh, man, they did. No, because we don't have a strong community. Every community you see out here, they wouldn't do that to. They wouldn't do it to the Zionist community, which is those so-called Jews. They won't even do that to the Hispanic community. And you could keep working yourself on down, but they'll do it to our community. Hey, listen, our people have become the oppressors. All our politicians took the place of the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to worry about the cracker, that yellow or that pink person. It's our politicians. I told people back in 68, man, we had like 900 politicians. We had more down in 68 than we have now. We got over so many 100,000 in this country. So now they have become the oppressors, and they won't say nothing about this. The NAACP ain't gonna say nothing about this. All them other programs that the government sponsored, they ain't gonna say nothing about this because they would have by now. You feel me? So that's what's happening. And it's gonna get worse because we have no power as a group. We're all individuals. So that's the main focus. We're individuals. So they don't care nothing about us. So that's it.
All right. So there we go. I agree with you, Baba T. What you got, Beans, before I let this video go a little more?
Wake up.
Worse than that. This is worse than that, just so you know, right? People not being able to hear a difference of opinion, right? And wanting to silence you is worse than her wearing the blackface. You're doing it to people who look just like you, but you crying about her, right? So y'all can't talk shit. I pray every night that I wake.
Oh man, yeah. What the hell is he talking about?
Shout out to Rachel. I wake up every day. I'm Puerto Rican. So she says, bye, bees, for the rest of the show. FYI, Tribe Life, the Tuskegee experiment was from 1932 to 1972.
Yes.
Didn't start in 1950. Love you, Ebony. Yeah, shout out to Sister Ebony. Y'all get fired up, baby. Y'all ready to put hands and foot on somebody.
So she told Beans, Rachel say,
if you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up. Sometimes shutting the fuck up is the best thing you can do.
You go, I'll let you do one of your shows. Appreciate you, Y'all got Uncle Beans out. Huh? Beans. That was a surprise to take for Beans. Beans said she all right because Beans could, he could
Beans is turning into an agent of chaos. I'm learning, Beans. I think you just want to be opposed to whatever the majority is. All right. If we was all up here right now rocking with Lily, you'd have came up and be like, y'all some coons and all this stuff. So yeah, Beans, you turned into an agent of chaos. I see you.
I kind of dig that. That's how I am with sports. If we all watching football, whatever team y'all like, I don't like that team. I'm going for the other team. So shout out to Beans.
That's what I think, but maybe not. I could be wrong. Like you said, he ain't the first person I've seen. There are people online that say they have no issue with this. They like, oh, what's wrong? She ain't said. Shout out to Luther. Luther was just up here. Luther said he don't see anything she's saying is wrong. Well, I say, that's
is it emotional? Is what we feeling? Is it emotional? We gotta ask ourselves. I wouldn't say it is.
You can tell that she's coming with bad intentions.
100%.
It's very, very obviously. So she's saying something mean, and she's saying this to get people riled up. Unfortunately, we see this happen every year, especially during Halloween. Like just seeing this clip, it's my first time hearing of this woman as well. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's par for the course. Somebody mad at us for something, and they're doing this here. I was just like, okay, I don't like it. If I knew the link or the video, like Tribe Life said, I would go ahead, or like 10, would go ahead and downvote it and report it.
Right. Yeah. And I just think just knowing the history behind it, like that's what's making people feel so emotional about it, because we know how our people were treated back then. And we know how our people felt when we were mocked and belittled and everything. There are all these like WS supremacy, like museums and like little shops. They have little knickknacks of us with the blackface and everything, just mocking us. So there's a deep rooted hateful history about this, and it needs to be called out. Like, yeah, it's 2025 and all that stuff is over, but we can't let stuff like this come up on our internet because we've come too far. We shut all that shit down then, and we're going to shut it down now. So that's where we're at with it.
I'm all for shutting it down. I'm all for that. I just want us to do it. And you're right, because my personal take, when I see that, I see our people being strange fruit. I really don't think about the movies. I don't. So it does. I agree. I see that. And I'm like, y'all mocking the way y'all tortured us.
Right.
That's the difference. Drewski ain't tortured nobody except for that big old bone cushion he be messing with. That's it. They tortured us.
Yeah.
And so that's what I see. And I get it. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, shut it down. However, we can't keep giving them our emotions and our energy out. And I was guilty of that. Trying to tell y'all, whenever Cooties 19 was going on and the Not Effing Around coalition was going on, I was unhinged. I get it. But I also saw it proved nothing, So we got to be tactical. and aware how we address these. But yes, they should be addressed.
That part. So shout out to Rachel, sponsoring the show.
For sure. Appreciate you. There we go. Yeah, I would say like I wouldn't even not like because the algorithm just want a response. So yeah, if you're gonna fight it, report it. Don't hit unlike and don't comment. The algorithm wants any interaction. It finds it desirable. So you say, I don't like this, and you put a nasty comment. The algorithm says check one for her. You guys are engaging her.
Don't even look at it for more than 3 seconds. That's engagement.
Yeah.
All that. Can't rest your eyes on it, and don't engage in any way, shape, or form outside of the 3 dots. Report inappropriate. There you go.
So there we go. Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to brother Tony Golden. He was trying to save you beans, but didn't work.
Shout out to Tony, man. Ryan for beans, man. I think I always see Tony. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, Rachel. Rachel, always coming through. Says facts, Ebony and Mr. Walker, but USA always makes it fun to degrade us, but never other groups. They hate us. And they hate us because they ain't us.
And I'll say my thing with it was, the chimping out thing she was just saying, chimping out. And like I say, I was watching the Speed brother the other day, and it wasn't him. So I'll say it wasn't him, but it was somebody that was with him. He had a couple people, and the one brother was he was real obnoxious, and he, cussing all this stuff. And he said something, oh, y'all chimping out or something, all black dudes. And I'm like, and then nobody check them. They didn't skip a beat. And I'm just like, this is how y'all interact. And I was like, I don't know. I was like Ebony Sam, this stuff get too far off the tracks, we won't have no sense of self.
Right.
And then there's nothing more devastating. I'm going to listen to me. There's nothing more devastating to an individual not having a sense of self. That's why I don't call my brother the N-word. That's why I should never refer to any kind of dang on primate. And we are not the ones that are closely related to. It's them via DNA. So that's why this stuff like this I learned, and I'm like, woosah, man, freaking woosah.
Yeah, and like you said about the DNA with the monkeys, but the thin lips and all that, you guys definitely look more like the monkey type, than we do. Like, come on now, like, yeah, that's crazy. And the fact that was you said it was a black man saying that, like, yeah, we need to do a lot of course correcting because things have gotten off track, and they need to people need to really understand where all of this hatred is coming from so that we don't continue to repeat it for the future generations. So
that part, we got to stop it.
I think like, no pun intended, we're like monkey see monkey do, no pun intended. So like as long as people see like brothers like Mr. Gavin X and brothers like Mr. Walker doing good and sisters like Miss Ebony Dean glowing, they're gonna be encouraged to do better for themselves. I put on a little extra Vaseline today.
We see you shining too. Yeah, I see you.
Shout out to Project Leroy. I see you, brother. Says Beans not coming back tonight. All that Shimbozo buck dancing and step and fetch it for Polo Miss Annie Lee can be done over on her platform. Additional insurance in case somebody tries to bring him back up. We see you, Project Leroy.
Come on, just bring it. I need you to stand up while y'all not moving. Come on. Don't make me push. Don't make me push. Thank you, sir. There go money. She's touching you. Where they get that money? Where they get that money? I can see money from a long ways.
Elder Gregory Kelly,
That's right. Come on.
$100.
Everybody get something in your hand. Come on and put it right here.
Appreciate your Project Leroy.
Appreciate you, brother. Come through sponsoring the show.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So here we go. I'm going to let this go for another minute and we'll get some more reaction.
With that mindset. Okay, chance. for the billionth time. With that in mind, you must wake up with that mindset, okay? Like white girls have to manifest things, you have to manifest too. You have to manifest yourself into the ultimate super warrior, okay? You have to turn yourself into the ultimate warrior princess of Wakanda and go outside with that mindset in mind and know this. Know this to be the case. You will fight. You will dominate. You will win. Hail the black woman.
She's just wonky. She up here a shock jock, rage baiting, and it works. All right, for whatever reason, the algorithm likes it. They are keeping her on the platforms. Probably not for long. All right, YouTube. I think this she went probably a step too far. So she probably won't be on the platform much longer. They'll probably kick her off.
There you go. She a racist Howard Stern. Straight shock jock work. And that's what she's doing. Everything she say is straight to your nervous system. Shock, shock, shock. Yeah, just again, we talked about how we counter this. Report and ignore. Report and ignore.
And if she does, like she said, if she does remain on the platform and continue this type of stuff, this shows you, what kind of company YouTube is. And some of these just, be mindful.
I wouldn't be surprised. We know what it is, man.
Some stuff, I'll let you go. Yeah, like I said, some stuff we can't come up here and say nor do. But like you said, Becky can get away. Let you know some of the stuff is still alive, but we can't be victims. Learn the rules to the game and move accordingly. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, and I mean, she's trying to portray herself to look like a black woman. First of all, her makeup alone, nobody is really that color. You look like a whole witch out here. You look like the Wicked Witch of the West, like in the Wizard of Oz. You don't even look like a black woman. You look like a witch. So all that portrayal, a witch with a bonnet on. So all that portrayal, you failed in that, but you are getting the reactions. But I hope somebody does kick her off the platform. This was complete disrespect right here.
It'd be nice if it was permanent. That's the type of justice I like. What if it was permanent?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or did something so not nice to her blood system, damn it.
You think about the brick lady. How do they tell her she can't come on the internet for 10 years? So I would think if the brick lady can't come on the internet for 10 years, this woman should be banned for life.
Forever. It's
Right,
egregious.
because isn't this against like the YouTube or the social media?
Oh, yes. Head share.
The guidelines.
Right? The guidelines.
Ain't no way this is allowed. Again, that's why the fact that she up here, she got to have a machine. She know folks. And listen, we don't know. Only speculations and allegations. But they could be like, hey, we're going to give you a quarter run, 3 months. Give them heck. But after, go ahead and make your bread. But after that, we got to take you down so we don't have fallout. I believe these back room conversations happen. I swear.
Oh yeah, they for sure happen. But normally what they do, instead of having like a white person at the forefront doing it, they'll try to find like a Sambo black person or like a coon type black person to mock us because they know that they can't do it. But now this is just full on disrespect. And they're just coming out to the forefront and being bold about it like it's the 1920s. Like, are we serious? This is taking us 100 years back, y'all. We can't let this, this stuff go down. This is not.
Yeah. It's Officer Tatum now. He was more in the middle, in the early stages, and now he just went whatever. I don't even think about the Hodge twins. Like they just shenanigans, man. It's just nonsense. But he started out in the middle, and now he's just all the way gone. He's that character you talking about, Ebony. And like what I forgot who was up talking about. She said nothing she said is wrong. Nothing she said. If your dog came in the house and start speaking to you right now in the perfect King's English, telling you how to diversify your bonds, no matter what that dog say, it's wrong. It don't make no difference what it's saying. It's just wrong. Like, I don't care if she's saying, oh yeah, she got a point. No, she don't. She's wrong. She's wrong. She's negated everything she's saying just because of the way she presented herself here.
All right, here's the deal. Here's the thing right now. I'll pull this up. The video is no longer on YouTube. So it was flagged down. The video was flagged down days ago, but it gave her enough. I don't think she wanted it to stay. It was for publicity. So she was able to drive people over to her channel. And now she got this video up. Let me see. an apology video.
Oh, this make my
or it says, I am not apologizing. So the thumbnail of this video got her with the blackface on. She took the other video down, I guess, or she didn't. YouTube probably took it down because it went against the guidelines, bullying, harassing, all that stuff. So I'm sure YouTube took it down. And here's her response.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the show. So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. People are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and that they're not receiving the reparations that they think they deserve, despite the fact that they did not build this country, contrary to what they say all the time. And they are certainly not improving the country. They are actually doing everything in their power to destroy the country. So I made this stream last night, a live stream, and a few people watched it, and now people are quite angry. Several allegations are being alleged against me. Why is she doing this? Is she just a shock jock, just an agent provocateur? Or is she a grifter? Or is she Jewish? Or is this a federal asset here to seed division amongst people? So I want.
She literally just said everything we've been sitting here talking about. And this is a joke, man. Like you said, this is crazy as hell. She regurgitated all things we were just saying.
Because we are, here we go. Well, how was she able to regurgitate everything we just said? I'm getting triggered because we're being predictable. We're being predictable.
If y'all ever wrong, somebody gotta let y'all know. I swear to God, y'all be speaking prophecies up here because that's wild that she said everything that we could have speculated, but it's not wild because they already had it planned out. Like Mr. Walker said, they already knew we only gonna keep this video up for like 24 hours. Go hard.
That's it. They said go. They said give it heck. They had people on the other side of that camera cheering and rooting, holding up cue cards and all that. They said, we bought this 24 hours of you being an evil devil woman. We're about to get, umpteen thousand new subscribers, maybe even a damn sponsorship. Who knows? And that was it. To heck with y'all feelings. We gonna get to the munyon, take it down. This is the conqueror's way. This is like a white collar crime. I'm going to go ahead and embezzle 50 million. I'll get caught eventually. I'll do 10 years in some federal cushy penitentiary. Y'all charge me, y'all will make me pay back 20,000 in restitution, and I'll have about 15 million stashed away when I get out. I made $15 million in 10 years. White collar crimes. That's what they do. The same thing, just more microwave. 24 hours now. Ain't gonna take 10 years. I'm gonna put this video up. Shout out to social media. It's wicked. And it's like I said, it's all been planned. And it's frustrating because again, we just talk. I don't like that. I don't like when they call out our moves. That's bad.
Do you think that she could be I guess part of the next influencer to fill in for the I guess for
just Pearly,
or maybe like for Pearly, Charlie Kirk, for all them other cats that when they move out the way, should be trying to fill that void that they have there?
Yes, sir. That's the saying, right? You get rid of one, two more spawn up. Some kind of demon terminology. Yes. There you go. This shouldn't be too surprising. This most likely put it better in folks' back. There was a void to be filled. And they filled it with a shock jock. Like, that's wild. Like, first they gave us homely Pearly, then I guess they think she looked like something. Well, what you think? What you got? Go ahead, Ebony Dean.
Well, I mean, we already have gotten into a lot of her talking points. We talked about reparations the other day, and we're talking about the blackface today. I understand she's trying to get the shock value. I mean, I do have a genuine, serious question when she brings up reparations and how she thinks that we don't get it. Well, our ancestors are us, and we are our ancestors. And had they have paid that money back then, the 40 acres and a mule or whatever was promised, we wouldn't be here today. Y'all didn't pay up then. Inflation and all that stuff has happened. So so there we put our taxes on it, okay, and now it's up to 250,000. And she did just say that we didn't build the country. I would love to ask her or anybody in the chat, because I know there's some trolls in the chat right now, who actually did build this country. Who did it? If it wasn't us, who did it? Because we were put in chains. We built everything. We did all the inventions. The money was made from us off of our labor. So if it wasn't us, then who?
Good question. Definitely was us. So I'm gonna let this keep going. Hit the like button. And I was just looking on her page before we do, trying to see how long. Her oldest video is 9 months. She posted her first video 9 months ago. And, she's been pretty consistent with her talking points, focused in on this. So she just came out this year.
How many subscribers she got?
Hell, 167,000.
My gosh.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah, but here's the thing is white people, they love this kind of talk because they are not allowed to say it. So hearing it from somebody else, because they know they would get pushed back and they would get in trouble for saying it. So she probably has a lot of people supporting her and backing her up for what she's saying, because this is something they all, not all, but a lot of them want to say, and she's the one doing it. So these are a lot of their sentiments, not all. There are great white people out there, and we love the great white people and others who, are not undermining our progression. But there are a lot of ones who still do, whether it's in the closet or not. They're still out there, and they like this type of entertainment, as it's just entertainment. So
that part.
To put some of those accusations to bed, I want to explain the method behind the madness and perhaps what my long-term goals are. Because unlike an agent provocateur who just wants to cause chaos, I actually want to see my country improved. Okay, and you might say, well, how is doing blackface on a stream, how is that improving the country? Well, let me explain to you how. The country has been slowly dissolving into destruction. It's slowly been destroyed over time. We're frogs in boiling water. That's what's been going on in this country. We've slowly had our rights stripped away. We've slowly lost sovereignty of our country, and now shadowy forces that are now becoming more identifiable and clear to the general populace have destroyed our country. They've shipped in immigrants. They've shipped in all sorts of cultures that clash with our cultures and our religions. And we've lost our national identity, and we've lost our racial identity as well. They've been pushing miscegenation on us. They've been pushing this idea that we should be guilty for the reason, and it's white people that are to blame for the, the downfall and destruction of non-white people. Of course, there's no accountability in that camp. It's just our fault as well. So I've been looking back, and I've been seeing my country get progressively worse. And I've noticed it seems to have been a national uptick in the destruction and chaos in the last 5 years. I've seen my country become destroyed at an accelerated pace. I think we can all tell. I think it was kicked off with COVID when we were collectively stripped of our rights. And it's just continued to escalate ever since. So what I want my country to be great again, okay? That's why Trump won in 2016, and that's why he's our president now, because he ran on this slogan of making America great again. I think he has failed in a lot of ways, because when a politician gets up into a position of political power, they quickly are presented with the real people who run our country, and they quickly learn that there is no sovereignty and there's no power in the political offices that they hold, despite being elected there on certain promises that they gave the voter. And the voter.
I'll say this is more the BS. I'll stop her. The victimhood. White folks don't want to look in the mirror and clean up their own yard, and that's their problem. So they want to project it onto us. This is more of the, we get it. All the Charlie Kirk stuff, the lies. When you say the majority of the people in prison are black and all this stuff, if you believe that, 80% of black folks is committing all the crimes and all this crazy stuff, this is their theory. So she's trying to compound it and keep it going when we know it's not true, but they're operating in a delusional land.
I know how they think. Been around them enough. So they always talk. She said, "Oh, you guys want to blame white folks for your position, and we rightfully can." My goodness, I'm gonna bring up eugenics, right?
Stop you real quick, Mr. Walker.
Huh?
DJ, give me a thumbs up in the back, brother. I know he's trying to come up before. Can you hear? All right. Here we go.
Yeah, like Planned Parenthood. Who created that? white folks. So we can sit here and say, you guys caused an indirect genocide of our people. And what would they respond? But y'all went. You see, that's the way they think. They say their evil is negated because y'all bought into it. We made it desirable. We dressed it up as something else, like the devil, like Lucifer himself, but you took the bait. That's how they think, and that's what they lie on. Yeah, we did you wrong, but look what y'all doing to each other now, because but they won't ever acknowledge they won't do it. Like she brought it up. What is it? The white guilt, teaching true American history. They're like, don't do that, don't do that. Nah, that's nasty. We don't like the way that feels. What you mean? You don't like the way it feels? It's the truth.
Yeah, and well, that's why they want to take certain things out of schools. They don't want their kids and future generations learning about the sins of the past. And a lot of suspected white supremacists, because we're going to call them suspect, because we're not sure, but we suspect that they are. But a lot of them think just because they asked Jesus to forgive them from their sins, then they're excused from all the effery from the past. And that's absolutely not what it is. And some of them think that, like, we asked Jesus for forgiveness, so our sins are clear. No, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of years of just total atrocities. So some of them do think that they have erased that from their mind. They don't think that they did anything wrong, and it is what it is. But when she said that she wants to get all the immigrants and stuff out of the country, how about we were already here and you guys were shipped over here to us, and we taught you guys the game, taught you guys how to grow your food and stuff so you wouldn't die, because you guys were dying off in Europe. And if it wasn't for Black people from Africa and Black people from here, y'all would have been dead. So this was our shit first. I'm sorry. I feel a certain way about it, but this was our country to begin with. So she's saying a lot, but
yeah, and I was gonna say that's why we sit up here a lot of times and try to preach that family and marriage and all this stuff is so important, because we can control our own narrative from in-house. But when we dealing with single moms raising the kids, and the single moms is dependent on the government, and the government is feeding you a narrative, you ain't got time to be teaching the kids any truths. That's why we need family units, so we can control our own damn narrative.
There you go. Yeah, shout out to our friends, shout out to my wife, man, and my in-laws. I think after like these younger grades, we're gonna take on the task of homeschooling. It is what it is. Too much going on. It's gonna be a responsibility, but we are going to do it. And that's a movement going on because of this. Our kids going to school and they teaching them about Greek mythology and all that stuff. My kid comes to me talking about Zeus. I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I got some stuff to teach you. And there you go. And I'm like, you know what? Since we are in position, we do have this community unit. We are going to make the most out of it. Yes, I can't sit here and be mad. See, I understand. And I seen some of the, bulletins from some of the parents around here. They was mad about the stuff. Counter it see what it starts at home. That's fine. Yeah, Zeus, all that. Yeah, whatever. Who gives a crap? Let me teach you about this, about some African spirituality that you are connected. You ain't connected to that. That's them. Let them add it. Let the Greeks, and that's them. Let me teach you about you so you can know self. This is how you get the community. I can't do it by myself. We need the community.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I have to say, you can't trust the school systems to teach the youth that. I still remember even in college there were some folks that knew so little when it comes to the history of America, when it comes to slavery. And I'm always been one that, what do we always say? Two things can be true at the same time, where I do want us to be able, what they say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and all that and work hard. I do believe in that. But at the same time, I have to be able to acknowledge just that, there's a reason why we have Juneteenth. There's a reason why we know about about Jim Crow and whatnot. And folks just think it's like, hey, they said y'all are all good, snap their fingers, and everything just worked out. And then they just send around wondering, how come these Black folks ain't up here like us? We all know that didn't work that way. And so, like you said there, Brother Walker, same to you there, Ebony, just that we have to be able to educate our families, let people know. I'm blessed to learn that from my folks when it comes to the history, and luckily be able to talk to some of those some of the folks that didn't know some of this, and even possibly like I believe you said Gavin X there, was it on that stream? One person, maybe that young person on that stream, maybe he didn't know either. Just to let them know that, hey, that's not on code, and we just have to do better. And some folks, they may listen, but hey, I like to at least take the attempt.
And she got up there and said the reason why she was in blackface was because of a whole bunch of other reasons that had nothing to do. I was waiting for her to at least have a point. She didn't even say nothing. The powers that be, because of immigration, because it is. That's why I was wearing a black woman's face. Like you didn't say nothing about black people at all. You literally didn't. And there's also no such thing as white people. That's a phrase that just came up to separate it, because you had the British going against the Scottish and the Irish, the huge wars they had over there. When the Irish came over here, they treated them bad. When the Italians came over, they treated them bad. But all of a sudden, so we the people with money just happen to be the same, look the same as them. We're gonna bring y'all into the fold. Y'all, we all white now. We all white. No, you're not. It's made up. It's manufactured. Like, come on, man. It's a whole bunch of bull crap, man.
Yeah, and Jay, I think she said that the reason why she dressed up at the beginning of the video, she said it was because the black woman is the worst thing that ever happened to this country. So, yeah, that's what she said. So that was
And they started naming stuff that they had nothing to do with black women. Like,
and that's not that. See, now stop. See, we get on our melanated sisters for righteous cause. We're trying to help her correct her course, but melanated woman fed this country. A lot of y'all, I'm you get me triggered.
Yeah, well, that's why we want. We're trying to get y'all to understand y'all greatness. Don't be tricked out of your position. So that's true.
Love, not hate.
After you go, Mr. Walker, I don't know if you're going, but I want to get Brother DJ in. I know he's trying to go.
You go ahead, DJ. I'm a cool down. You got it, DJ.
Yeah, man. What's up, man? I know I'm Lady Hell in this bitch, kid, but you know, that's how I do, man. Reform nug around this piece. But see, like y'all was saying, man, a lot of people, I really had to kind of dwell into a lot of the history that I learned, because I did grow up knowing my great grandparents also. So what my great grandparents would tell me, and then I would go to school and be like, hold on, this ain't what happened, bro. And I would kind of get in trouble for that. So they don't really, they don't have an incentive to teach our people this type of stuff. Because if they really taught us this type of stuff, as emotional as we are, a lot of people would be kind of angry about it, but I don't think they would know how to take it.
True. You know, that's my belief as why they left, you know, some of those books out. You know, they only going to tell us what they want us to know. That's why they took a lot of those books out of the compilation of books of the Bible. I don't even know if it's called the Bible. You know, shout out to Pastor Gino Jennings. He got all of the collection books. He called it the Holy Scriptures. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Yeah, they took those out because it's a lot of empowering things. And that's my reason for saying any of this stuff. And I'm only gonna tell the truth. Yeah, our sisters fed this country. A lot of these Rockefellers and all these rich white folks running the world, a melanated woman fed them when they was a baby, kept you healthy. Your mama couldn't do it. She was malnourished. You was gonna die without that black woman's tit. You was gonna die.
So can we say? So can we say whenever we have the argument, your mama was black?
There you go. At least your mammy was.
That's funny. That's a good one. So here we go. I'm gonna let this keep going for another second. We're gonna move off Lily. Here we go.
Voter elects them into those positions. I want that to change. I want our sovereignty back. I want our racial identity back. And I want my homogenous society back. I want a country to live in that's going to be a good, thriving place for my children to grow up in. I want a place where families can feel safe to raise children. I want a place where everyone, despite how poor you are, despite how rich you are, can live in peace and can live in nice, prosperous communities. I want to live in a country that's respected again, and I want to live in a country that is ours again. And that's what I mean when I say I want America to be great again. And the way we achieve that is that we start actually putting America and Americans first. First of all, we have to start by identifying who the American people are. This country was founded on white Christian people and on white Christian values. And that is who I care about. And that is what our politicians should care about. They should care about those people. They should pander to those people. And they should serve those people. They should not be serving the interest of...
Oh, here we go. We got to slow her down. I guess we're here now. So that's y'all history, like we keep saying. The country was founded before you got here. So she keeps saying it was founded on this and that. That's what y'all indoctrinated. Granted, that's why I say the whole reparation things is going to be more force than talk. Because the same way they got it is the same way any results is going to be gotten.
Mr. Walker, my bad. I was gonna say she false claiming. She don't even know her own history. She talking about some America was built up of white Christian values. No, it wasn't. Y'all revolted from the Englishman against the crown, the Church of England. You lying. Y'all came over here to worship without what y'all wanted to worship. She don't know her own shit. She don't know her own history. She false claiming. Get up out of here.
That's our whole point. They got it in blood. There was no negotiating. They rebelled. They held coups. They assassinated one another. They met at Gettysburg. All this goofy stuff. They got it in plasma. And there you go. And that's their rules. That's the Viking man's rule. You say you want it, you got to get it how we got it. And that's a rabbit hole. You know, we've been lulled to sleep. A lot of stuff. It's a lot of factors there. Like Mr. X said last show, I got kids to raise stuff. I'm not willing to go out there and
it's too late now. It's too late. They got drones and stuff. They got drones that will take
it ain't worth it.
That's the bull jab. See, whenever I was unhinged, I'm telling Mr. X, I got this, I got that. And Gav said, they go drone strike your goofy self.
I was the same way.
So,
hey, but he ain't lying.
Yeah, go ahead.
X ain't lying, man. They like how we sitting right here on our computers, bro. They can take us out right now if they fucking wanted to, from the comfort of their own home. So I wouldn't need it. It ain't even no reason to play around with them folks. If you ain't going full force, you might as well just chill.
Yeah, and she was bringing up this country was formed off of white Christian values. So if she's talking about how much of a Christian they were and how they went off of the Bible and all that, where was R-wording people and beating people and doing the most atrocious things to people? That wasn't in the Bible. This country was built off of white supremacist values that was hidden, you know, where they were hiding behind that with the Bible. They used the Bible for all of their white supremacist tactics. That's what this country was built off of. So they can stop with the BS, we're Christians and white Christian values. Nothing about what you did was Christian. The real religion of this country of Christianity is from Black people, because we were the only ones who practice it in its purest form. Not that we don't mess up, but we held, like when we were taught the Bible, we held on to that. We taught it to our families. We worshiped and did all that. So we were the ones who celebrated in its purest forms, not y'all. And, you know, we have our African spirituality and some of our, foundational Black American spirituality. We're connected to this land because it was ours first. Our ancestors communicate with us through this land. We have a deep spiritual connection with this country, and Christianity, if we're talking about the purity of it, it is how we practice it and not them, you guys.
Amen.
Shout to Ebony.
Can I
want to get go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna get you in. Then I want to get Baba T in. Go ahead. What you got?
What I was gonna piggyback off Miss Ebony was that's also the reason why they had our separate Bible, which they gave, to the enslaved, the slave Bible, and a lot of people don't even know about that.
That's why I'd be trying to bring up Reverend Cole Conk, Baba T. I keep asking if you know who Reverend Cole Conk was, and you will never answer me. You know all this history. Tell us about Reverend Cole Conk. It's a real question, OG, because my mama used to say, they saw I'm a Cole Conk you upside your head. And I looked, that was a preacher, and he was kind of like Willie Lynch. Are you familiar?
And shout out to Baba T. He come through in the Cash App. I'll unmute you here. He says that's what happened when Roots came out. What you mean? What happened?
Oh, when the young brother was saying, hey man, they wouldn't want us to really know our history. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably wouldn't like what might happen. So when Roots came out, you know, Roots was like a 7-part series or something. And I mean, man, the first night Roots came out, man, you know, melanated people were mad. They were mad the next day. Every time they seen some cracker, they was mad at them. I said that was probably happening now. You know? So yeah, I just responded with what he was saying about that. But you know, when you talk about your history and everything, you have to understand. You know, remember the Romans and the Greeks, they went over to Africa and destroyed all the libraries and burned all the books for themselves. So those gods, Zeus and all of them are manufactured from us. You know, just like the mathematics and everything like that. You know, you had Imhotep that was so many others were like Imhotep. Okay? You know, remember, you're talking about the land of Kemet. Kemet is the land of black people, which was Egypt. Okay, and that's where all our history. So I get really upset when I see how people join Greek fraternities. You understand me? You joining a fraternity that actually killed people that look like you and stole all the literature. So, you know, you have to really go deep into that, you know, and Miss Ebony, how are you? It's good to see you here, sister. Like what Sister Ebony was talking about, Christianity. Well, you have to understand, we practiced Christianity before it was called Christianity. Okay? It's a book called Christianity in Ancient Africa. You know, so that was our program. You know, when they brought that book over, it was nothing but mayhem and disaster and kill, steal, and destroy on the purpose of that book. And they brought us here on the purpose of that book, where they looked at us. Remember, the Mormons said that Ham and what's his name, his brother, were black slaves. That's what in the Mormons' old book they had. So it was really much an indoctrination into us with this new book. And like I told you, over 600 slavery votes happened as a result of us reading that book. Okay? About how we should fight back, we should defend ourselves. And let's not forget, we still had to defend ourselves in the North. They had plantations in the North too. They had very few, but they were there. You know, and as I told you before, you got to look to the West. You know, so that's where we were. You know, wasn't no slavery out in the West, but we were out there. So our history expands, man. It is so much money based on our history because we were indigenous people, and these new Indians got all that money. We could claim that money, you know. So it's just so much out here. If we really had to do it. It's just so much. And we know they don't want us to gain much, because if you know our history, the little things that we had, we made, right? Look at these inventions. We made these inventions with the little things that we had. We wasn't in no damn college nowhere. This is what we had. And we're still making stuff. Look at Africa. They got a 15-year-old kid that made gasoline out of water, where he can run a car on water. So they know what we can do if we have the right tools. So that's what scares them. That's why they always got their feet on our neck. We're the smartest people in America.
Shout out to my brother Nature Jab, Baba T. The brother Nature Jab making gasoline out of plastic. He called it plastiline.
Yeah, that's it.
Get with that brother, man. Amazing brother.
Yes,
it amazes me folks don't know about him. This is he in the United States. He making gasoline out of recycled plastic.
Right here, 15-year-old boy. Yeah. So yeah, man, we too cold for them. Why y'all think they keep putting their foot on our necks? Huh? We too cold for them. Our knowledge is too much for them. They can't handle it. That's why they got to keep doing what we do. Look at all the young boys They know how to measure that dope, don't they? Huh? They know how to turn their money over, right? That's the same theory, man. So, they know we can rock it when we got it, so that's why they got to keep doing what they're doing. They have to. They really have, and they're getting us to do it for them. That's the bad part. And we don't realize it. We keep talking about Trump. No. You got to come down to the local level first before you can go up to the federal level. You understand me? You can't start at the top going down. You got to go from the bottom going up. Huh? That's where the real power starts happening. And y'all quit talking about they can knock us over. Do you think American troops will start firing on her people?
Oh,
listen.
There you go. It's 50-50. There you go. Okay.
Well, let me tell you this. Y'all
Okay,
seen
it's
that?
50-50.
Y'all seen that film when I just said drones? Y'all seen when Ukraine sent them drones into Russia? I don't know if y'all seen that.
That's a war, baby.
I was like, holy hell! They was going in by the dozens, and they was. I said, what you do if Ukraine got? Where y'all think they getting this stuff from?
Listen,
all right?
you already know that, but that's not what I said.
I'm saying, bro,
I said,
look,
this what we got. This what we got. This what they got.
You gotta ask yourself.
This is us.
What were you last
This is
first
us.
thing?
This
The
is
first
it.
thing I said was economics. You start spending your money. Money talks, baby. Money talks, man. BS walks.
But we
Didn't I
gotta
tell you
give the people with the money to show everybody the knowledge to do what we need to do with the money, not what we want to do with the money. What we need to do with the money.
You didn't understand me, young brother. I said when you stop spending your economic dollars to support these pink people's economics, and we maintain our own as much as we can, so they know that our money works, man. We got a $1.7 trillion spending power. You understand me? When you got that much spending power, your money can talk if you are grouped together.
I've been saying that, OG. We just got to keep it.
Yeah,
we gotta learn how to keep it. Like if we spend more of that money, but we gotta spend that money amongst each other.
That's the problem, man.
But also we have to have the certain establishments that we need to keep the money amongst each other. We have to have the hospitals. We have to have the schools. We have to have grocery stores, gas stations, all of this.
Right. And you know how that happens? When you start talking on a local level. Okay, what you think we did in the 60s, man? In the 70s with Pepsi? Pepsi didn't hire no black folks. We sat in front of them gates in Pepsi's. Ain't no trucks coming in, the trucks going out. You know, we can control the school system. We can get the church to set up our schools to pull our kids out and have some teaching going in the church. And that will give the school system an understanding we ain't taking this mess. But who do we have? We have black folks running the school system. So they're the oppressors.
Man, we got black folks that ain't finna give up their jobs and benefits to get away from
not
that.
saying nothing. That's about that money now, especially in Chicago. All right.
Baba T, can I ask you from what you've seen since the 60s, where did the ball drop? Like how was that movement? Like you said, it was grassroots from them. It started in the community. How was that movement dismantled then, so that we know, now in the present what to look for, so that we don't fall for the same tricks? Because I mean, I hear you saying that, but you're saying this is. I hear you say it a lot. This is what we did then. This is what we did then.
Yeah,
but we're still here now. So what happened to get us to this position now that we're not better? We're probably even worse as a community than we were then. What happened?
Okay. When you look at our history, even in modern times, right? It's a little movie clip called "How to Sell to the Negro" in 1947. All right. They had to compile that all the way, in the 41 or somewhere. So they had to put these records together. And even though we were buying stuff, our spending power made sure that we was okay, man. Because they wanted our dollars, man. And then you keep moving on. Now, more and more as we get involved in Christianity, the more and more that we took in our eye off the ball, because we're such a loving people that we'll accept anybody into our ranks without understanding how detrimental they can be to our ranks. All right. So when we move out that 60s, where are we at? We peace, love, and hair grease. All right. You know, during the 60s, man, you know, I mean, the peace movement and all of that, you know, the hippie movement and everything, you know, that's where we at. Vietnam going on, blah, blah, blah. And we took our mind off the ball that helped us get here this long, right in that 70s, man. Toward the end of maybe the 80s, that's when the transition started from the sisters getting the jobs and they was pushing the brothers out of these executive positions. So during those critical times, right there, when they started with affirmative action and up to now, that's where that ball was dropped in 83. When they started EEOC, affirmative action, Equal Rights Amendment, and when they started that, that's when that ball dropped. And we was already selling our people out anyway. Because those
I believe it happened.
That money, they would pay us off like it's nothing, you know, in these years, man. So, I mean, hey, the bad part is, are you really going to find some real good, honest politicians in your local level? That's the bad part. Oh, that's really the bad part. It's no honesty. Like I said, we done lost all our honesty, integrity, and everything. And Mr. Walker, I wanted to get back at you and let you know, I don't remember, but I know what we said that a lot.
Cold conk, yeah.
Oh,
See,
God, you're right. Right, right.
Please, OG, I urge you look into it. Look
You
into
know.
it. It's fascinating. It was another Willie Lynch type deal. He was
Okay.
teaching. It's called cold conk you upside your head. They
Well,
beat.
we said that.
They beat this fractured Christianity into us.
Yeah. Well, I seen that though. Yeah. So it's deep.
I'm gonna get you in. Let me get Brother 10 in real quick. What you got, 10?
No, I was just saying, I believe it happened way before the 80s. Like you said 83, respect Brother Baba T. But I believe it really happened in the 70s when they got us more focused on the disco movement. And even though the Black Panther Party rose in the 70s, what did they use to destroy the Black Panther Party? Drug abuse. We was heavily abusing drugs. So I believe they already had us the wool of our eyes before the 80s.
No, I don't think so. Because if you know about the Panthers, you know Fred Hampton and Mark Clark was killed by a setup from the Chicago Police Department. You know, a lot of our members got killed because of the infiltration by the CIA and FBI. Also, do you know we have political prisoners right now in the United States prisons that are former Panther members that's been in jail for over 50 years? People don't know that. Politicians do. One of them was just released 2 years ago after doing 50 years. No, so no, man, that was when they put it this way. They took us in segments, right? 83, and that segment was the last segment because they switched up on affirmative action, pushing brothers out. They dropped cocaine within our neighborhoods to go along with the Negro Contra affairs, if you know about that, right? You know, they sold the cocaine to get the arms from Nicaragua. That's how all this stuff got started within our communities. And they already knew that was the hammer. Bam. That's the hammer, baby. They put the hammer in, bam. And ever since then, it's been downhill.
But my disagreement is, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I really believe that it happened before then because gangs were already prevalent and they used the Iran Contra to fuel the gangs. Gangs grew based upon the CIA giving them drugs and dropping off crates of guns in their communities. So this was going on in the late 60s, early 70s. That's how they got us away from Black Revolution. That's how they got us away from the revolutionary movement by involving money and drug trafficking and now you don't want to be like these revolutionaries trying to get you to eat bean pies on the corner. You want to be like the dope boys with the Adidas on, with the chains on.
Wait a minute. The Nation of Islam was not revolutionists. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
All right. Get that straight. It's nothing revolutionary about them, man. It's show and tell. Okay. Malcolm was the revolutionary inside the Nation of Islam. So, I mean, you got a point. It's like a halfway point, and I agree with you. I'm trying to go back to my disco era. All right. When we was wearing the long collars and our platform shoes. I'm trying to remember back there. Now, I took a lot of acid back in those days.
See, make it to his point. And we get it. We get it. Like,
I might be missing some segments of history back in that point.
I used to be mad about that. I'm like, why was all of our folk, doing the crack and stuff? But you guys were tricked. Part of my healing came from you guys were tricked. You didn't know what it was,
70s, man.
And then you liked it. You were strict and you liked it.
And look, me being, I ain't but 35, but like I grew up seeing that, and I was just like, oh hell no. I knew some productive ass crackheads though.
In the beginning, then they all went away. We talked about that.
Yeah. I think the crack changed.
But I'll say this. I hear what y'all saying about one thing I think we're going to need land. All right, we got to come together. There's no way we can feed and educate ourselves and get these hospitals and all this stuff. We got to consolidate. We're going to take over a couple states, take the Carolinas over or something. We need a lot of space. If we just start moving to an area, white folks will start moving out. But everybody got to get the memos. Like, look, we going here. We building hospitals. We got grocery stores, all that. But we can't do it across the whole U.S. and just little it's too much of a task.
Carolinas, come on, folks. I think that's the move. The Carolinas, I think that's where the Walker compound gonna wind up. But compound there shall be. Y'all, I told shout out to the Patreon. We had this conversation in the Patreon. That's the move. Get the land, raise our kids up. Shout out to the brother Killer Mike. Yeah. He said, we're not ready. We are not prepared to revolt. We don't grow enough of our own food. We don't have enough infrastructure. We can't until we got to start there. So once we get the land, reparations or not, we got to keep fighting, get the land, shout out to my wife. We're big into growing. My wife grow fruits and vegetables from seed. That's our dream, is to have acres, a nice fruit forest, something that we can leave. This is not a selfish want, something that we can leave for our kids and grandkids and their loved ones and build this community. It's the move.
That's why family will be so important. So we can't build this community with a bunch of single people. It'd be too much hunching. But when you got family and communities, there'll be a little bit of adultery, but men gonna keep other men in line. Then you ain't gonna be sleeping with some man's wife and the community find out of good men. We gonna take care of it in-house. So that's why that's more important than a bunch of single folks running around all horned up. So it got to be family first, and everybody got to come, even the most wealthy of us, all the the Snoop Dogs and the Tyler Perrys and the Oprahs, all the rich folks got to come too. So regular folks like us, you might live next door to whoever, a rich 2 Chainz or something. You like, it's whatever, that's your neighbor. We all together, you know what I mean? And that's what it is.
It's a mindset. You see, that's what brings us together. 2 Chainz next to a poor old Mr. Walker. It don't matter. I ain't worried about what he got. We have relinquished that poverty mindset. What I got something he don't. He got something I don't. The barter system, man. Like, I'm into all this stuff. Shout out to my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? I go help him with something. Oh, how much? Oh, you owe me nothing. I may need you someday down the line to come hold the ladder for me. That type of stuff. We got to get back into that. Easier said than done. I know some folks having the most difficult time, but those of us that can start to practice and show this kind of discipline and structure, I believe we are charged to do so, and we should.
That's real, because Mr. Walker, you can attest to this. Any physical activity you do, whether it's sports or working out, pushing weight in the gym, it's more mental than it is physical. If you running cross country. It's more mental than it is physical. So, like Brother Baba T was saying on the last Truth or Lies episode, we have to do our best to reverse the psyops that were placed against us mentally. So, like conversations like this add to the solution of getting thoughts, engaging thoughts and engaging minds. Like somebody said, they started researching their family ancestry, and y'all are responsible for that. Y'all are responsible for somebody else tapping into their own lineage and their own history. And just a simple YouTube show is powerful. So as long as we keep on congregating with our minds and having think tanks, there's no telling how powerful something like this can really become.
Amen.
I agree. And I want to get real quick, I want to get Ebony Dean in, and I want to grab these super chats. What you got, sister?
Well, back to what Baba T was saying is will a politician ever do what's right for the people or whatever? And I want to offer up a proposal, or maybe put this out there, that's something that maybe we can look into doing. But I think that what other people do when they want something done for their people or their background, or other races or whatever, they put up their money to these politicians in order for the politicians to do what they want for their race or their nationality or whatever.
Is that called lobbying
Mm-hmm.
or no?
Something like that.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, something like that. But I'm saying the biggest way, because everybody wants us, we all want to be on code or whatever. But what if, I don't know how much it costs, to back up our money with a particular politician. I don't know which one it could be. But what I'm saying, if we all put up, because we're all trying to get something done for our people, and I'm saying there's 44 million of foundational Black Americans or other people, if they want to help out, their money can be included. What if we all put up something in order to back a politician, in order to have our interests at heart? Because that's going to show them that we are on code. That's going to show that we are about family. That's going to show that we are about our business, and we're going to put our money behind it. Now, I'm just starting off. I don't know how much it takes, but if we all put up $1, okay, that's 44 million to a politician that can look out for our interests. And I'm just talking about $1 because there's 44 million of us. That's a start. And I think that's going to show the world that we're serious and that we're on code. And we don't need to have the Michael Jordans and the Oprahs and the Jay-Z's and Beyonce put up the money. This could be a grassroots thing. All of us doing it, because collectively, if we do a little, we can make a big impact, and it all starts with us. We don't need to have the celebrities do it. We got this. So I'm just putting that out there. It's something that we can look into, because money talks. And if we talk to a politician about our wants and our needs, because we need them to cut that check. So we might have to put up a little bit in order for them to listen to our grievances and have it happen. So
we got to put our money where we want it. We also got to take it away from the other places too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a great start for us.
I agree. I like that, Sister MD Dean. And shout out to Rose. She said that is called lobbying. There we go. And you know what? We asked this question, I think, last Truth Over Last. Mr. X asked the question, why aren't the Tyler Perrys and Oprahs and LeBron James doing it? And a shout out to Dick Gregory. Entertainers can't be leaders because they are bought. Respectfully, man, I like LeBron James and his family and what he's doing and stuff like that. I ain't got no hate towards rich ass Oprah, but it is what it is. They can't be sitting here like, hey, guys, we gonna get up this money and start trying to get reparations, because somebody from Martha's Vineyard or the Pentagon gonna call Oprah like, hey, Oprah. They so indirect, like, why don't you stop talking about that? Just let that go. We'll revisit that. So it's gonna take us common folk. I'm starting to really grasp that concept now. They can't help us. They're in no position. That's why I brought up the Black Boule, and folks act like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, I'm not against us our melanated folks acquiring wealth. I want us all to have wealth, all of us, shoot. Yeah. But there is a group of folks that's like, I'm not coming down off of my comfortable cloud for you ninjas. This is what it is.
Well,
Yeah,
just
and
like I
that
said
and
about, I'm sorry, go ahead, El.
well, no, I just was gonna say it. They are controlled even though they're billionaires and they have all that money, there are certain things that they just can't do. They can control the 100 of them, billionaires and whatever money that they have, those celebrities who are in the top position. They're not going to control 44 million of us. So that's why we can't rely on just because they have a lot of money. Okay, well, if we all put our stuff together, we kind of got a lot of money too that we can put up if we collectively all come together. Their money is controlled. Ours is not, because there's too many of us and there's so few of them.
Agree. So let me get these super chats real quick.
Shout out to the sister Rachel says, FYI, the Bronx Zoo in 1906 had a black man in a money house on display for public. Look it up. I seen it. I don't know if you mean money house or monkey house, but I seen that. Yeah.
Oh.
Appreciate your Uncle Tall. Says day 35 and y'all done kicked out bees. This shows a beggar. Bees, where you at?
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate your divine photos. How you doing, brother? Says you seen in Oklahoma, they want teachers to take an anti-woke test. Let me say this. You can't erase history. Blacks invented things and it was stolen from us. Yeah, they have bastardized woke. I hate that, man. I hate that so much. Appreciate you, Indigenous Stallion. Says black and white are a social construct and have absolutely nothing to do with skin color, nationality, or ethnicity. Yeah, we acknowledge that, brother. They just came up with these things for division.
Crazy.
Appreciate you, Uncle Tall. Says, I want to give her furniture. I want to give her furniture blackface with my muddy boots. Rick James style. F your couch, ninja.
Money, 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 money.
Appreciate you, Project Leroy. Says, please stop saying that lift themselves up by our bootstraps lie. Told by us. Dr. King explained that white immigrants got land and money while we got nothing. Please update your files.
Okay, shout Project Leroy.
Appreciate you, Air Force Reek. Says, correct me if I'm wrong, but the insurance industry and the stock market were both born out of slavery. Yeah, correct. So yeah, black folks are owed a couple of dollars. This true. Yes, that is true. They want insurance on their property.
And all the financial institution, all these banks and all, they were all funded off of the backs of slaves. Don't get it twisted. Every single one of them. It was all backed by our labor.
We have always been the most valuable asset on this land. You can't debate that. You can say what you want, call us slave, whatever. We have always been the most valuable asset on this land. You cannot prove us wrong.
But we
That's why
probably
they've been trying to remove history and all that stuff. So so they don't have we ain't got leg to stand on when we asking for reparations. We can't be sitting there like, oh, the stock market and all this was born on our back. They're gonna say we burned them books,
And so we can empower our youth. They want us all to believe our history started in chains. Our history started before BC.
way before.
Like, what are you talking? Like, that's what drives me nuts. No, I corrected that stuff. My son, I said, get out of here. Talking about our history started in chains. Some, it didn't start there. Some of us were in chains, but most of us were not. That's when it's compounding. Like, not only did our history not start in chains, most of our history didn't. Or not that most of us were never in chains. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
That part.
They trying to wait till all the older folks die out, and then they can say, that didn't exist. I've been telling people this shit for years.
That's what they're trying to do. Shout out to Rachel says we must teach our own kids. In college, I learned transatlantic slave trade ships threw so many blacks overboard. The shark changed their migration and followed the ships. School never mentioned. Yeah, same thing. An Irishman taught me about Khan Mansa Musa. None of my Irishman in college, and he did this cool thing where he made all of the white students stand up and he crammed them into the corner of the classroom. Like it was to try to show them what it was like on the slave ship, and all the black kids just sat there. It was pretty cool.
And that's why we sit up here and we was telling Baba T about spreading the knowledge, you know, to the younger folks, man, because we got to make sure each one teach one, and we passing this stuff down, man, before it gets lost.
We must empower our children. It is them. We can only do so much, but our kids and our grandkids, they're going to be so far removed from slave mentality. They can do a lot more things that we can't do. That's why we say our kids are the most valuable, man.
Yeah. It brings me great pride when my son comes home and from a history class or something, and he can stand up with confidence and not to undermine, the instructor or the teacher or whatever, but say, hey, I watched this series called Hidden Colors, and we learned something a little different. And then they call me and talk to me about it. And I'm like, look, what he's saying is right. I can bring you the DVD. And those are how those conversations go. And so I'm so glad and I'm so proud that I've instilled that in him so that he can stand up to some of the BS that they try to teach you in school, because it's all BS. And our kids have to know the truth. If we don't teach them, they're not going to teach our kids their history. We have to teach them their greatness. We have to teach them about these the grassroots, the real Black American roots that we have to this land. So, yeah.
Amen.
Shout out, Sister Ebony Dean.
Shout out to Frederick Howard. Says the tree in the garden was the way of life. The Most High didn't want man to know. We were created celestial, then changed to terrestrial. Oh, you getting deep, deep, deep. Okay. Appreciate you, Indigenous Stallion. Says Indians are entitled to this land, not Black folks. Please do your genealogy.
Okay. Shout out to Indigenous. We gotta get you up here one day, brother.
I think I see what he's saying. We are you see him. We are the indigenous people. Yeah, and we had this conversation. Like, Black is, I guess we are. I don't know. We're not Black. I believe that's my belief. I live by. We are indigenous.
So what you got, brother DJ? I know you was trying to get something in on the video. We probably ain't gonna take no more Lily, but what you got? What you got?
Fuck Lily. I was when I was listening to Lily old silly ass, I was wondering about this heterogeneous society that she was talking about. So I had to go ask AI what this was. So a homogeneous society is one where most people share similar backgrounds such as ethnicity, language, culture, or religion, leading to a strong sense of shared identity and value. But I'm thinking, like,
is she against that?
No, that's what she is for.
Okay, gotcha.
She is against I'm assuming, heterogeneous society, which is the opposite of that.
So it sounds like she's trying to make America great again, huh?
Yeah. And what I was hitting on was, like, at the time of this homogeneous society, that's when our people were in bondage. So is that's what you're trying to get at?
Dude, she hateful. She ain't been too incognito about her message. She a hateful white woman.
It is what it is.
But no, that is interesting. You looked that up. That was my first time hearing about it. What you got, brother Tim?
No, hey, my mind was on some other stuff. Like, people call me a visionary sometimes, but like, I was envisioning Cart Before the Horse Productions being like a network for other, like an umbrella for other creators like Miss Ebony Dean and Miss Raquel Rose and brother DJ and brother Jay Tillman and brother Baba T to all be able to have their own voices on their own platform, but still come share discourse on this platform. So it would be like, of course, the entities that y'all already control, but y'all will have like y'all little homies. Well, that sounds derogatory. You will have subsidiary partnerships that other people funnel their communities to the main source type stuff. But it's all thoughts. Just
good ideas. It's brainstorming, man. I can dig it.
because I could see y'all having like a separate, not maybe a channel, but maybe on the Patreon where people come and brainstorm and have think tanks where we can actually start putting some of these thoughts into motion.
There you go.
And generating income for each other.
I've been thinking like, shit, I can't stand you. You always get my mind thinking after the show, and I'll be up there bothering my wife looking up stuff again. But yeah, the reparations led me to the NAACP page, and it was a whole lot of hoopla. But this whole thing about us having to organize, I used to always ask myself, like, what are these folks in the community doing? They just be going door to door trying to get you to sign petitions. Like, it feels as if that's the type of stuff we're gonna have to start doing, finding more like-minded people, come up with some kind of common folk organization that ain't controlled by any strings. That's a daunting task. We got to get regular folks, like I said, that aren't controlled to really start pushing these things, man. And I'm here for it. I'm here for the struggle because that's what it's gonna be.
I don't think it necessarily only has to be the regular folks. It can be the folks like the Killer Mikes. Even Boosie at one time, he was trying to buy like this little abandoned city in Georgia, and they kind of redlined them a little bit. But like we have to get those people that still have the influence. Like they don't have to necessarily be our leaders, because I think the exact same way that y'all think. Why do our influencers or entertainers always have to be the ones that we look up to our leaders? And that, like, we have people in the neighborhood that we look over when they're really leaders in their ways, but we look over them because they ain't got the money, they ain't got the capital or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that somebody said in the chat, brother Star, that the more rich folk, they gonna have to sneak us funds and resources. Kev used to talk about that. Kev was up there, advocating for men in the gynocratic world, and he used to let us know. He used to say, I got people with blue check marks, people in Congress that support me heavy, but they cannot be known. Because if they are known, they'll be canceled.
Right.
So it's gonna have to be that kind of time. We just gotta. I'm here for it, man. Listen here. I've been rebellious my whole life. I'm here for it. I'm not into selling people dreams. I'm not into spinning wheels, running in place. It's a lot of thought process going on.
I want to get in real quick because I know Sister Raquel going live at the top of the hour. I'm gonna get Ebony Dean in. We're gonna get final thoughts. We appreciate y'all coming up. What you got, Ebony?
Yeah, I think that there are more people that will be interested in doing it than not. And the ones who are not, we already talked about this the other day, fall back. We can still get it done. I think there's going to be enough of us that are on code in order to do it. So, this is another great conversation. And I'm learning so much from you guys as far as like control, but still being able to speak and kind of get my point across, because I am passionate about a lot of subjects, and I love our people. And I know a lot of times we come up here on other spaces and stuff and we talk about the nugs and bonquishes and stuff, but it is done out of love. At the end of the day, we love our people. We love being Black. We're doing it out of correction, like joking and cracking on one another. That is something that we learned in slavery in order to prepare ourselves so that whatever the white people did to us or the slave masters did to us, talking about you or whatever, your family already talked so bad about you to prepare you for that so that nothing can break you. We are the descendants of the slaves who survived. We are great. We are covered in greatness. And I know we crack jokes and stuff, and people watch the channels and stuff because we're cracking jokes on each other. It's really out of love because we want our people to be great. And that is why we do it. And it is funny, we do it out of love or whatever. But at the end of the day, we want our people to all be on top and to be their best selves. Like, that's what we're up here for. And, we're ending the show now, but the work is still to be done. And we'll continue to have shows and platforms, and we can spread the message to our loved ones and to other people. And we're going to get our check, y'all. Okay. mark my words, they're going to write us our check. So these are just the first steps. So
I like that. We're going to get our check. I'm going to start saying it too. Got to talk it into existence.
I'm here for it. So we appreciate you, sister, coming up. All right. What you got, Baba T? I'll get you in.
You know what? I always say this, you know, if the old folks can get their stuff together, you know, everybody else will get their stuff together, you know. And I find a lot of baby boomers are cowards, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to do nothing. They don't even talk to me because they know I talk about them. They don't even want to talk to me. You know, get your coward butt away from me, man. You know, don't bring that spirit around me. We didn't roll like that. That ain't our spirit. You know, get your ass away from me. Please, man. So that's the scary part. And these are the ones that hold a lot of power. You know, like Eleanor Holmes with her 89-year-old ass still trying to run in Congress, man, trying to keep that power. It's crazy, man. And that's the bad part. So everything else is left to you all's hands. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come out the pulpit or out the church. Man, they scared. They gonna hide out until Jesus come back. Now they've been saying Jesus will be coming back for how long? So they hiding out there, man.
He's supposed to come back twice this year.
With their brand new Cadillacs and Lincolns and everything. You feel me, man? Materialism has bucked them wrong, man. They the new slaves, man. You know? And that's what happens, man. They the new slaves, man. I don't mess with them folks, man. I had a bunch of brothers I was in a men's group with. And they kept telling me, man, you might get hurt over there. I said, man, get away from my house, man. Y'all ain't coming to my house no damn more. Man, get your ass away from me. They all my age. They done forgot what's really going on out here. The struggle has not changed, man. It just went into 2.0. That's all. Because they got us caught up on social media. You know, everybody can catch a bag. You got this stud, Anton Daniels. Wait a minute. He got a hat on now that says bag chasers. But this cat gonna tell you about scriptures in the Bible. I said, look at this. I mean, how stupid is this shit, man? I'm tripping. This dude said he can't wait for gentrification. So when them old folks can't pay their taxes, he coming in to swoop in. I said, man, look at this brother here. Oh my God.
That's raging capitalism.
Listen, man, I put my money in there just to get some stock tips. I said, man, give me my money, man. I ain't supporting this dude. That's some sick ass behavior, man. And that's where we at. You know, look how old this cat is. He ain't no young boy. But you gonna tell me about scriptures in the Bible, and you got a hat on called bag chasers. That's some of the sickest shit I ever seen.
Listen, we say it all the time. Be
Hey,
careful.
man.
Be careful who you're listening to, and for the
That's right.
messages, like you say, be careful.
You have to be. When you see that stuff, man, you don't need to be listening to this dude. I don't care what he got to say. He can make me 10 million in one day. Man, I'm not listening to you. I don't care nothing about that. It's that message you giving. That's the scary part. And that's what we got out here. All these cats with these messages, but ain't none of them talk about loving their people. You ever notice that? Well, they don't talk about loving their people, man. You don't hear white folks talk about Susan Ann out there in the trailer park. I'm just saying. That's all. So. But you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. Each one teach three. You know, as you're leaving out throughout your day, just remember, you know, we love our people. Get your heads on the swivel because we've come too far to let go. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard, and it is called an election funds. That's what it's called. Lobbying is when you're in Congress and you're lobbying for your country to get your company for things to get done, like the pharmaceutical companies. They got big time lobbyists. They paying off Congress and everything, you know. So that's lobbying. But this is your election fund. They call it a PCAP or a political election fund, you know. Okay. And Al Sharpton started one up in New York. You know what I'm saying? But you know about Al Sharpton, okay? So you ain't gonna mess with Al Sharpton.
Yeah. Yeah, we know
Sharpton, when he was huge and he was hiding up under the bed when we went out and protested against the police shooting his brother 7 times in the back. and X Clan was with us and everything, man. It was deep. That was through one of my other stuff. So I already know I'm on the FBI list. Hell, I don't care. Please, I was on the FBI list when I was in the military. Talking about I started a riot. Please. So.
Shout out to Baba T. I'll say this, Baba T. We appreciate you coming up, brother. Baba T done stole most of y'all time. Everybody else got 20 seconds. So what you got, brother 10? Y'all all got 20 seconds. That's it.
Hey man, once again, salute to Mr. Gavin X and Mr. Walker for even creating a platform like this for us to be able to converse and share different perspectives, because we only can learn from each other's perspectives. I salute y'all on your journey. I'm gonna be here all the way through. And salute to everybody on the panel and all the audience.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Come up here rocking out with us. What you got, Internet Passport? First time seeing you. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. And I was trying to figure out congrats on 35 days. But Baba T, what does your shirt say? That's the one thing I was trying to figure out. What does it say on there?
Ancestors.
What
All
it say?
praises to the ancestors.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, I
That's what
like
I'm talking
that.
about.
There
Yep.
you go. I tell you,
Thank you,
Baba
brother,
T.
man.
Okay, that's all you had, short and sweet. Shout out to Baba T. Baba T, a real one. What you got, brother DJ?
Hey, man, shout out to Mr. Walker and Gavin X, man. You already know, dog. Hey, man, look, like we said, we got to get it together. I assume everybody in here is 30s and up, so it ain't really even about us no fucking more. It's about the young ones. So we got to catch them while we can and get them to get with the fucking program. That's how we're going to have to talk to them, bro. I don't know. They don't understand the knife. So we're going to have to get them to get with the program so they can do what they need to do to keep their shit going.
That's it, brother. I'm starting to grow fond of the saying each one teach one. I started hating it because people would say it and then it was empty. But we have to do that. Each one of us, as we learn, we got to teach one, and we will do. Don't be a stranger, brother young star.
Oh, will not, man. I watch y'all all the time, bro. I finally got a chance to tap in with y'all though, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you coming up. So what you got, Jay? Take us out, brother.
All right. Again, I'll say it, and to echo what everybody else has said, I really appreciate y'all too, Gavin X, Mr. Walker, man. What y'all have done, not only in the way that you do it, but the consistency and your I don't know if you see me in the old comments, but I've gone back to watch again just to learn, to see where you came from just in this the content creator side. And y'all message has not changed, man. It's consistent all the way through. And I appreciate that, man. And why don't y'all go ahead, let a brother make y'all intro for Truth Over Lies, outro or something, man. Come on. I ain't gonna charge. I already made Ty Pro one. I just sent brother Postman his. Hopefully he puts that up on there. It's a banger. And you know, I'm trying to get into this content creator thing. I'm working on my craft, my music. The Back to the Flicks is coming back soon. So everybody go ahead and support me in that endeavor so I can stay consistent. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all motivate me to actually take this, you know, a little bit more seriously than what I actually would have if I hadn't encountered y'all. So I appreciate y'all.
For sure, brother Jay. Yeah, listen here. I second that vote. Yeah, I listen to you the most. I like that chill lo-fi music. And shout out to your last playlist, the what was it? Cruising and chill. I like that car on there. But yeah, man, like, hey, shit, I'm down for that for sure. I've been thinking that.
Yeah, music is definitely something that's emotional for me, man. Like when like my D'Angelo playlist when he passed, that kind of affected me, man, because I listened to him a lot, you know, in my adolescence or whatever. So, you know, and stuff like that. So music drives me. I think music is just a part of us. So I want people to have that feeling that I have when I listen to certain music. I want everybody to be able to enjoy the same type of things I love listening to, smooth jazz, whatever. I like cinematic music. I'm weird like that. I like, you know, all types of stuff. I wanted to give you an emotion so you can just put it on and kind of whatever, you know. Some gym music is coming out soon. I'm working on that. A Christmas playlist is coming out soon.
Some gym music. So there we go. I need some gym music.
All of that, man.
I'll be in the gym lifting, listening to you and Anita Baker. That don't really get me going.
But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, hit the email, brother. We can definitely use it intro for the, like I said, for the Truth Over Lies channel. Got a silent intro right now. So yeah, definitely, man.
There we go. There we go, brother. Get it, send it to us. There we go. We done and done for sure.
Hey, Mr. Walker, I got some music for you to work out to. If you type in my name, Tribe Life 10 on YouTube, you'll find some music for you to work out to.
I think I'm subscribed to your page. I'm sure I am. I'm gonna check it out.
Hey, you go, yeah.
I need that. I'm tomorrow. I'm gonna use it tomorrow. Matter of fact, yeah, you in the Patreon. I'm gonna hit you up.
So there we go. Look, make sure y'all go check out Brother T. I didn't know you had a page. If you want to drop it in the back chat, I'll definitely put it in the comment section.
I don't know if you got any I subscribe to anybody coming through. I'm gonna go subscribe. So yeah, so that I can get to their page easily at the top of my phone.
Okay. But listen, we appreciate y'all coming up.
Appreciate you, DD. Says we made it to the Big 35. Salute Gavin X, Mr. Walker, Truth Over Lies, SBC, and Cart Before the Horse Nation.
Appreciate y'all. So we're gonna drop y'all down for a second as we do the outro here. Where we at? So today, day 35, we getting up out of here. We just want to let y'all know we appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to all the show sponsors tonight, especially in the Cash App. Baba T came through and he showed up on the panel. Shout out to Brother Akil. Shout out to Brother Tall and everybody in the super chats, the Indigenous Stallion, Brother Project Leroy. He got beans up out of here. Him and Rachel. Also, shout out to Tony Golden. Shout out to Square Biz. Shout out to Indigenous Stallion. Shout out to Twos and Fuse. Shout out to Q, the old one. Brother Mr. Incredible came through.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Shout out to Brother Kareem.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
We appreciate all the support, man. Y'all showed up on this day 35. We appreciate y'all. It was a hell of a journey.
There we go, man. Too dope. And we ain't gonna be gone for too long. We're gonna take a little 2-day break. We shall be back this upcoming Saturday. All right, for the Riga Rumba.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there's some heavy asterisks on that. We'll see. Maybe Saturday, definitely Sunday. We'll definitely be back Sunday. So be on the lookout. Set your notifications. We'll see how we feel after a couple days.
That sound better. Listen, I take it. Go catch up with the family. I gotta catch up on some house chores. Yeah, y'all see, I had to sneak in changing the alternator on my truck today. Y'all see, I put in the picture. I'll show y'all. I gotta catch up on chores. I got a wife. I got a honey-do list. I gotta get up on the roof. I got stuff to do.
So yeah. Shout out to Raquel. There you go. If Raquel go live, we'll pull up. All right, we pull up on you. We come up on the panel, but we may not be live. All right, we probably gonna take about 3 days off, well deserved, and be back Sunday. And we're gonna roll out the new schedule. So we got a lot going. So we're gonna work on this. We got a couple things to finish tweaking, and we got a whole new schedule we rolling out. We got new ideas for the shows. We got a lot going on. So be prepared.
There you go. Yeah, we got to find a way to fit Truth Over Lies into our schedule. Yeah, even outside of our marathon, shoot, we had a pretty good set schedule, but we're gonna make it happen for y'all.
But nonetheless, be on the lookout for us to be here Sunday for sure. I doubt it if we pop up Saturday, we may. I know Raquel. If we don't, we'll be over on Raquel. All right. We may not be able to set it up, but we may be able to pull up for a minute.
There we go. And in the meantime, Mrs. Raquel is going live now, I'd imagine, and we heading over there this evening.
So there you go. Yeah, Raquel, drop your link in the chat. Drop your link. We all going to Raquel for the after party. Like I said, this was an awesome 35 days. Shout out to everybody that came through supporting, everybody that subscribed to the Truth Over Lies channel. The channel is only a month old. We started the channel during the challenge. Literally started off with firing the channel up. And here we are, monetized, and we moving.
Challenge after challenge accepted. That's how we do. We got to walk it like we talk it. We can't be up here telling y'all to work out, present the world with y'all best self, and we are not presenting y'all with our best self. That's hypocrisy. We don't agree with that. So shout out to the 35-day challenge brought to you by Mr. X himself. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And again, shout out to I Show Speed, who was the overall, inspiration. Shout out to the youngsters. We touched on this. The youngsters, we got to feed them. We got to encourage them every which way we can, even if it's just with encouraging words. Shout out to Baba T.
That part. So there's Raquel's link. We are heading over to Smell the Roses. Everybody click the link that you see here. Go over and subscribe. We're going to kick it with Raquel. And man, Mr. Walker, we're going to relax for a few days. And like I said, this was awesome. This was only the beginning. What's happening after this is all greatness. Be ready.
Here we go. We might bring some old stuff back into the fold. Wink, wink. We shall see.
That part. So until we return, set your notifications. Make sure you are subscribed. We will see y'all soon. All right. Y'all been saying y'all tired of seeing us. So here we are.
Huh? I can see y'all. Now that's fine. Y'all tired of seeing this. We'll see y'all Sunday. Asterisk.
That part. So until then, I'm Gavin X.
I am Mr. Walker.
And we are Cart Before the Horse Productions.
A good evening.